that up right now. We're gonna put some stuff into there. But
we got power.
oh, there you go. It's on. Just blended it's on.
Whoever turned the lights on did a heck of a job for everything else too. Because all of a sudden everything's working.
Got it? Power cord down there? Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing up there?
We do the announcing.
Oh.
That's easy enough, that's easy enough, that's easy enough. I'm ready to get this out of the way for you. Alright, I will. You good up here? I'll run down and talk to Dylan just to see if we can figure something out.
Okay. Yeah,
I gotta figure out a way to get it to him. I mean, here we have a guy, but you know, it's always awkward when we can't get it to him, right?
yeah. If he's gonna go interview,
I'm thinking more during the game. Dylan was like wanting to during the game, like, hey, we got a guy in the goal line.
yeah. He was telling me to shift to the toss. We can do it. You know, we should have another guy coming to help. We can get through the toss and get out there. So.
All right, I'll go talk to him.
All right.
Please welcome the class of 2022. Let's hear it up for the seniors. Howdy Roundup for class of 2023. Let's hear it for the juniors.
Yeah. What do you need? I don't know. All right, come on. You got the camera. Is the camera in there? Where? Look at the white side. The audio. Put the audio on the camera. No, that one's signed. That one doesn't have a mic. Oh, you switch it then.
The class of 2024.
How you doing?
It's the freshman class, the class of 2025.
Which phone is this?
That's mine.
Okay.
Hello. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I have directly with my boss to start exactly at 6:30. You want me to just write it down? Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Okay, I just need to have my phone available to get ready to get
Don't you say hi? Is that how it is?
Well,
Thank you.
You say how you are.
what's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Trying to do a
All senior football players and cheerleaders and parents, please make your way to the end zone. We'd like to thank you all for joining us here at Hall and Heaven Field. We do ask that all Fredonia fans please send your pictures on the far side of the field. Thank you. No yelling down there. Huh? Higgly after you. Terms you can understand.
Hey, I got this camera up here on the center, so don't worry about that, okay? Besides,
Were they?
yeah, this, you got the camera over there, right? Friends on it. What do you mean plug it in? I thought they were taking it over there, across the other end zone. Did you bring a power cord with you?
Oh my God, you might have to right here.
Or you can ask somebody, someone's over there, just ask them. You should turn the other camera on so I can see it. I'll do it right now.
Emma, do you have any extra candy? What are you doing up there? I thought you had the night off. No. Where's Krause? He quit? Krause quit? My ratings have been up there. Good. That's like
You and Dak have a lot in common.
Hey, the only thing is I'm not overrated. That's the real deal.
Number 2. What do we got in there? Good stuff, boys. Good stuff.
We just thought it was funny because we had so many. And last is like a right. Give me bringing up.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up when you're ready to roll.
Is this the last one we're waiting for?
What? I don't know. I don't know. What's in it?
I got a chair.
At this time, we would like to recognize our senior cheerleaders and football players. Starting with our cheerleaders. Kenzie Getler. Kenzie is being escorted by Lynette Stevens and Casey Slimmick. Alyssa Slimmick. She's being escorted this evening by Jeanette Hansen and William Getler. Sierra Torres. Sierra is being escorted this evening by Carmen and Ricky Torres.
So Dylan is the kid. See him? He was just there and he walked down here.
And for our senior football players, number 50, Jimmy Bautista. Jimmy is being escorted by Lexley and Mario Bautista. Number 51, Dominic Morris. Dominic is being escorted by Sabrina Jasmine, Stephen and Patty Morris. Number 32, Charlie Scott. Charlie's being escorted by Jessica and Zachary Scott. Number 18, Scotty Korzensky. Scotty's being escorted by Jody and Scott Korzensky. Number 83, Julio DeLeon. Julio's being escorted by Crystal Gutera and Julio DeLeon. Number 78, Sebastian Collier.
Right, Dylan has a microphone.
Sebastian's being escorted by Amanda and Jason Collier.
I got it on my brother. Thank you, I'm sorry.
Number 79,
Does he have a microphone?
Jackson Henson.
I don't know if he has a
Jackson's being
microphone.
escorted this evening
He
by
has,
Sarah and Hank Benson.
Yeah, calm down.
Number 17, Sean Vetter. Sean is being escorted by Helen, Andrew, and Christopher Vetter. Number 23, Alex Ostrom. Alex is being escorted by Dana and Corey Ostrom. Number 84, Jack Lansky.
All right, we'll send him
Jack
down
is
there.
represented by Kim and John Lansky.
You're on the Fredonia side.
Number 15, Champ
Oh, I see.
Texano.
Okay, I'll send Bob out to
Champ is being escorted by Dorothy Bellin
And we'll do
and
Craig's
Sandy
brother.
Texano.
All right, bye.
It's going to be to that camera, Bob.
Number 42, Amari Tell.
No, not that camera.
Amari is being escorted by Spirits Kiss
You have a
and
microphone?
Janita.
He said it's in a black bag.
Yeah, it's in
Number 40, Adrian Montalvo.
I swear, it's down. It's actually down. It's not
Ivan
back
Hernandez,
down there.
Montalvo.
See if there's a microphone wire.
Number 3, Jason Kauser. Jason's being held by Tanetta and Judson Kauser. Number 8, Jaden Rodriguez. And number 28, Chris Torres. Jaden and Chris are being escorted this evening by Elisa Rivera, Arlette Rivera Navarro, and Mike Saratori. Number 10, Javier DeJesus. Javier is being escorted by Michelle Farnham DeJesus and Julio DeJesus. We'd like to congratulate all of our seniors and wish them the best of luck in all of their future endeavors.
This was senior night. There's the Fredonia homecoming, the whole thing all wrapped up into one.
Not bringing food trucks because you can't get
What's up?
chaos without an empty stomach, right?
Correct. What?
That's funny. That's
What up? You got that camera?
I guess it was.
Has the microphone? That was ready for the microphone right over there. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, buddy. Yeah, he's coming down with the wire and the microphone. Make sure it's on mic, and it's on input one. Hey, how much battery you got? Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's time.
Right, because I hear they want to play.
All right.
I guess Friday and Saturday night, maybe, I don't know, day and night.
It's way over there, bro.
How few fans are over there. You know what I mean? I would have expected that to be. Although 17 minutes, I guess. They still have one more.
Gotcha. You guys need to do anything? I don't have a phone for you guys. What is it? Yes. But she doesn't hear each other.
Hello?
Test here, Greg?
Yes, sir.
We'd like to thank you all for joining us here this evening.
Test.
We do ask for all of you fans, please send your pictures on the far side of the field. Thank you.
All right, test, 1, 2.
No, I don't hear a thing. I'm not even in.
No, there's two cameras. You got the camera or whoever?
See, I can hear that. Well,
That's the
when
one
you're
over
making
there.
that around,
I think where Hannah was at last time. Over across the field. Do you see it? Yep. All right, bye. Hello?
test, 1, 2.
Test 1, 2, nothing. I can't hear.
Oh, wait a minute. You guys can't hear?
1, nope, I can't hear me. Bob's trying to talk.
Hold on a minute, you guys.
Is this?
Let me take care of Bob first.
Yeah. Dylan calling me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Just a second. We're trying to see what we can get. Because we can't hear anything up here yet. Can you? This is Dylan asking how you doing with Bob.
He's ready to talk?
Yeah.
Testing it.
Bob's ready to test, right? Yeah, let's, okay. Wait. Let's see, we're getting it set up.
Tell him to talk?
Tell him to talk. Go ahead, give a test. Nope.
Tell him to talk? Keep talking?
Keep talking, though. Keep talking. We're figuring out. Just testing, test 1, 2.
All right. Kind of can hear it now. Real light.
Tell him we can hear.
Oh, stop.
No. Sorry.
Oh, okay. We're not going to hear him there. How are we going to do this?
Dylan says, yeah, I guess you're good. We can hear it.
Now, can you hear me, Greg?
I feel like I can a little bit. Go ahead,
It's
say it.
real faint. Test.
1, 2, 1, 2. I hear
Okay,
me all of
now,
a sudden. There we
okay,
go.
yep.
1, 2, I'm good.
All right, test.
You're good? 1, 2, how about me?
We're live on the field.
Yep. I can hear Bob.
Yeah, you guys won't hear my ear.
Hey, so we're going to try to get out for the coin toss.
Perfect. Why don't you
Okay.
Yeah, where's Billy? He should be on his shit. You guys can go out. You're live. Go out and interview the refs. Go out and interview the refs.
Live down here at Carlton Field on the sideline show today.
Just leave it on the tripod.
Yeah, the athletic director, Al Evans. So we're going to, my counterpart here, Dylan, supposedly got down here.
Is this recording?
See what's going on.
This is live.
Maybe get a little interview with him. See what his thoughts are on tonight's action.
Hey, Mr. Jens.
Hey, Mr. Jen.
Hi, Mr. Jens. Hey, I'm Bob Bankowski. I'm doing a live sideline show today. Yeah. Hey, give us a little insight tonight of what we're should be expecting.
Throw the records out. Dunkirk, Fredonia.
That's right. You could have no wins. You could be undefeated, and it all comes down to this tonight.
Absolutely. Throw the records out. Good game.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes. Hopefully.
Yes.
All right, Dylan. Got some guys out here loosening up. I don't know. Maybe we can go out and see who's officiating our game today. What do you think? Yeah, let's do it. All right. Got a meeting of the mindless out here, I think. See what the zebras got going on. I think it's going to be a little cold out there for them tonight. They're all standing there with their hands in their pockets. Hopefully they're not going to throw that dirty laundry out there much. What's that? Okay. Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Bob Bankowski. We're doing a little sideline interviews tonight, and we had some time here. Maybe touch base with the lead man tonight. He's the guy. Frank Gugino? Oh, Frank, what do you anticipate tonight in this big rivalry game?
It's going to be a close game. It's got to be a close game. Crosstown rivals and that. Yeah, it's going to be a close game.
That's what you're feeling. It's going to be a close game.
Sure. Yes, I have to say that. I have to say it.
Are the officials going to be on top of their game tonight? Is what I guess that's what we want to know.
Always bring our A game.
Yep. I saw you guys out here doing some pregame calisthenics and some getting yourselves loose.
Yep. Limbering up. Yeah. We don't want to pull anything. We're not, and none of us are getting any younger.
Even though you guys look pretty young out there tonight.
Sure.
Well, hey. Thanks very much for your little insight here. And if you don't mind, we're going to come out here for the toss.
No problem.
Give me all the refs' names.
Referee, Scott Fish.
Which one is Scott?
Scott Fish is the white hat.
The white hat?
Yep. Frank Gugino, I'm the umpire. Pat Shepard, he is head linesman.
I think Pat does something else, too, in the off season, too. Isn't he a softball official?
He was, yes, I believe he was.
And your other two buddies down there, they scurried to the other end of this end zone.
The line judge is Jim Winters, and the back judge is Gary Johnson.
All right. Sounds like we got the A-team out here tonight for sure. Yeah, definitely. All right, Frank, thanks very much.
All righty.
Thank you. Did he get that? Want to interview some students? Oh, we had some. Did you get that? Hey, maybe we do a little interview with Coach Beck. All right. Hey, we're live with the coach. Good. All right, let's slide over here and talk with Coach Benton tonight. Coach Benton, Bob Bankowski, we're doing Access Live here. We got a little sideline show today.
Okay, good.
Can you give us a little input on what's going on tonight?
Well, it's a big night in Dunkirk. Let's face it, it's a big rivalry. One of the oldest rivalries in the country.
Yes, it is.
So we're fired up. I mean, we're a young team this year, and they're a very good team. So it's going to be a battle, I'm sure. But we got to hit their hands. So that's for sure.
Awesome. You got any little inside scoop on what the game plan is?
We're going to just try to control the ball if we can. If we can try to control the ball and shorten the game, we're going to try to keep it off their hands of their offense because they're dynamite.
Good. Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Hey, my phone is at 4. I need my charger. My phone is at 4. It's in your passenger. Bob, call Greg.
I can give you my phone.
No. I gotta go. I gotta run to Gabe's truck.
Trying to get across the field, talk to the Fredonia coach. Dylan needs his phone charger. He's like down to 4 on his battery. I know. Where's his charger? It's a Gabe's truck. Yeah, that's what I figured I'd give him mine if we needed to. All right. What's the Fredonia coach's name? That's it. Okay. Gotcha. All right, we're going to go see him. Bye. You know who it is? Is he the one with the ball cap on or no? Hi. No. You want to talk to the coach?
He's not out here yet.
He's not out here yet?
He should be. He's coming out. He's coming out now.
Okay.
I gotta go talk to him. Call Gabe Access. The other camera guy here. You want me to tell him anything? Okay. I'm on the other side of the field. Okay.
Thank you all for joining us this evening. We do ask that all Fredonia spectators please sit on the bleachers on the far side of the field. Thank you.
We're coach at. We're coach.
Yeah.
He should be coming.
Oh, he ain't out here then.
He's not out here yet.
Okay. Well, we can always talk to the assistant coach here.
Yeah, let's talk to him.
We can always talk to him.
Yeah, let's talk to him.
All right, you can come over here. We won't turn it on.
Yeah, we're not on. Anyway.
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Do a little sideline today.
There we go. Sideline reporting.
Yeah. Except I'm not as pretty as Susie Colbert or any of some of them, you know. I talked to Benton. We'll talk to Sherlock, and then we're gonna come out. We're gonna get out here live for the coin toss too. Is that him right there, Jim, with the thing in his hand? Walking here, is it Greg Sherlock, right?
On the sideline.
That's right.
We let him get over here, or
I'm gonna wave.
what's that?
I'm gonna wave to him when we're ready.
Hey, we're getting ready to do Sherlock. Okay.
Yep.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shannon Davis along my side of Greg Krauser. We are here at Dunkirk for the Fredonia Dunkirk rivalry week here, week 7 of the Fredonia High School, Dunkirk High School football season. Greg, we've done a number of games this year. I've seen both teams play. What do we think we got going tonight?
Well, obviously Fredonia's coming in heavily favored. They're 7-0, trying to complete an undefeated season where Dunkirk's got one win. They won the first game, and then they've been struggled a little bit since. They've had some good games where they've even common opponents seem to work a little.
All right, we're good. Hey, Coach
we're
Sherlock,
going to go over to
we're doing a sideline show
Greg
today
Sherlock
for our
on the
Access
sidelines.
channel here. And why don't you give us a little input on what you think is going to go on tonight?
Well, it's a rivalry game, so with these, anything can happen. I think back 4 years ago when they were unbeaten and ranked in the state, and we pulled enough at 15-8 that day. So with these rivalries, we have tried staying grounded and keeping the kids grounded as much as possible, but you just never know.
You guys have been having a great season this year. You any look back on what's going on so far for you guys?
No, it's one week at a time. We 6 days a week we've been going, so it's really hard to look ahead at this point in time, especially tonight.
What do you got? Little secret game plan today at all?
Oh no, everybody that knows us, they know our game plan, so there's no secrets anymore.
Okay, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bob Bankowski over there, Coach Sherlock. Little sideline view. We're going to try to mix that in through the out. Dylan is going to be over there on the camera on the sidelines along with Bob Bankowski, trying to get some sideline footage. So it's a new feature, so bear with us, but we're excited.
There might be a glitch here and there, but we'll do our best to make it work.
Absolutely. So, hey, Greg, you were starting talking about the two teams tonight and what we should expect.
Well, I mean, you're looking at, like I said, Fredonia's had a strong year. They run the ball well, they throw the ball well, they fly around the field. Special teams has been good to them. Dunkirk has much of that one-dimensional that they have in the past, where they're ground and pound. They're a young team, that new coach, new system, a lot of confusion at the beginning with some COVID issues. So they're really in a growth phase. But throw it all out the window, right? They're fired up. The parade came down. It's a Dunkirk-Fredonia game. We've seen stranger things happen than the favorite have a problem or the underdog win.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a few years ago, right on this field, we did the game where Dunkirk had just clinched their division. They were undefeated. Fredonia came in the game 2-4, and lo and behold, and we kept expecting Dunkirk to take over, and they never did, and Fredonia had the upset this year. So by no means is this game a lock. And, if you're Fredonia, it's a non-league game. They already clinched your division. It's not going to affect playoff seeds whatsoever. But you want an undefeated season, and you always want to beat Dunkirk, and Dunkirk always wants to beat Fredonia. So that's what Week 8, I said Week 7 earlier, I apologize, it's Week 8. It's known as Rivalry Week in Western New York. I think it's great how they do it. So most teams throughout the Western New York A to D are playing their rivalry this week, so that's real exciting. That's well done by the section scheduling it that way.
So as you're looking at it, Shannon, keys to the game. I think from Fredonia, for me, the number one thing in order to make sure that they are successful is to stay away from penalties. We've seen it time and time again. Penalties have been kind of the Achilles heel of Fredonia. They've been able to overcome them, 7-0, but this is the kind of game where some key penalties could hurt them.
Yeah, absolutely. Fredonia, the last thing you want to do is get in penalties and give Marauders points. You don't want to turn the ball over. Both teams, that's a big part. Dunkirk can't afford to turn over. Fredonia doesn't want to turn it over to give Dunkirk any hope, And that's it. Last week was the first week, Greg, and I know you were at a wedding, but Fredonia didn't have a personal foul for the first time all season.
Yeah.
So knock on wood, for Fredonia's sake, the last thing you want to do is get someone suspended for playoffs or something here.
Right.
So that's a huge Achilles heel. It has been for Fredonia this year. I think we're going to take a quick pause for the national anthem here.
Oh. No, I thought we were going to toss the coin first.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe not. You're right. Are you doing the toss or are you doing the... I thought... Right, okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll keep going if they step out. Right, if they step out, we'll stop. But Dunkirk, it's just for Dunkirk's key. They've got, I think the two things you hit it on the head. No turnovers. They cannot give Fredonia's explosive offense any more possessions than they already have. The second thing is just control the ball. They play a ground control offense. They're going to need to really keep Fredonia's offense off the field. Oh, we are going to the national anthem.
They are
Perfect.
going. We'll be right back to that as we pause here for the national anthem. Okay, we're back here after National Anthem. I always love to see the color guards out here in Dunkirk and they're outside. To my knowledge, I don't really remember seeing any other schools this year doing that. So I think it's a great tradition they have in here in Dunkirk, and I hope they continue to do it. I think it's really good for these young men and women out there.
So we, as we talk about it, and I'm sure we'll give him some more shout-outs, but Bob Bankowski, who did a lot of the Dunkirk games this year, as conflicts arise, is out on the field, and he's with Dylan Murphy. Dylan has done a great job for cable access this year and deserves a shout-out. We'll give him a couple. Gabe's up here in the booth running the show, as usual. So, we got – interesting. We got the whole Dunkirk gang going out.
Yeah, this is probably seniors, I'm guessing, maybe, because there's
Good
some
guess.
kids on the sideline here. Nice tribute to the seniors. And although Bob, I don't know, Greg, if you know, he did call us the B crew last game.
Well,
a little jealousy there. I get it, but he
that's
called
all right.
us. Yeah.
Be cool, baby.
Yeah. Cool. But
That's right. They did a great job.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's not easy. I don't care what anyone says. You're on the spot. Obviously, we all misspeak. I said week 7 already. You're on the spot. There is no editing. Oh, let's do that again. You're live. So, but back to the keys of the game while they're doing the coin toss. for Dunkirk to have any chance, they have to do very similar to Fredonia did a few years ago to Dunkirk. Ground and pound, move the chains. Their best defense tonight will be their offense if they have any chance.
Right.
Keeping
Absolutely.
control of that ball. They have to have long drives. Even if they don't score, 3 and outs will be the death of Dunkirk tonight.
It looks like, did I see Fredonia? I don't know who won the toss, but it looks like Fredonia's kicking off.
Okay. So it should be, as it has been most of the year, the Fredonia has 2 soccer players, both juniors, Calder Neer and Sal Tabone. Calder Neer tends to handle kickoff duties. Sal Tabone has been money extra point attempts. So they both have been real weapons coming on. And, the Fredonia soccer team just lost a disappointing playoff game last night. So they're here back on the football team tonight. Yeah. So let's see. Back to return for Dunkirk. Let's see if we can get some of the numbers here. And statistically, real tough. Quentin Nealard has a great year as a junior. 93 carries, 630 yards with a touchdown, averaging 6.8 yards a carry. That's a real good average for a running back getting that many carries. So he's got to have a real big night. You got Teddy Roberts in there, sophomore, captain as a sophomore. He's got 20 carries, and he also has 4 catches, leading the team in receptions this year. And he has 4 touchdowns on the season. And Javi DeJesus having a real nice year at quarterback, senior out there. 5 rushing touchdowns himself, and is thrown for 1 as well. So there's the keys for Dunkirk's offense, and here we go. Calder Neer is kicking off. And Dunkirk has 3 guys back, which kind of plays into the Fredonia kicking game here. They very rarely kick it deep, and it's that short, high kickoff, and he does it. It's a live ball. It is scooped up just there at the 19, and he is going to be brought down. Let's see, that is number 14 of Fredonia. Hold on 1 second. I'll get you.
And I'm sure they would have rather caught that in the air.
Yeah. That's Carson Coosdale, the senior, with a real nice tackle there for Fredonia. But yeah, Greg, that's a great point. You want to step up and catch that in the air. That's a dangerous spot, and that's what the Fredonia special teams want. They don't want to give you a chance for a return.
So I also just found, as we're lining up, I'll get to it after this play, but we got a full house backfield.
Nealard on the carry. Matt Lauder was in there first with the tackle. You got 2 new corners here starting for the Dunkirk defense. You got sophomore Jamison Quinn in there and junior Keegan Whitfield starting in place of senior Simon Davis and Nick Whitfield, giving them a little break. So that's a defensive change we see right away. Gain of about 2 on the play, it'd be 2nd and 8.
Boy, they are packed in. They got the 1 wide out to the right.
It's going to be Nealard again, and nice job moving that pile forward, though. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, still going.
It's got to be about 5.
Yeah, it'd be 3rd and short. I mean, he could have been tackled there for no gain. Fredonia defense has got to do a little better job swarming to that ball and helping their teammates out, bringing them to the ground.
Yeah, maybe even long 1, I guess. Yep. So we're going to call that a gain of 7.
Yeah, so
that's kind of that 6.5-ish, but we'll call it 7, and it's 3rd and 1. Big, right off the bat, big 3rd down to try to keep that momentum going.
Absolutely. Look, Fredonia is packing the box. And
quick hit.
He is going to be, I think.
I don't. Ooh,
well, look at spot.
Like yeah.
If they give him.
Boy, that's a good spot.
Yeah, it is. If they get to that,
yep.
Let's see, that would be the 39-yard line. It will be a 1st down, and it is. So
I didn't see who. Now that was a quick hit. That wasn't Nealard, right?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
A quick announcement too, and this goes out to Chip Rewell and oh my goodness, the Dunkirk Access Pro. We're simulcast. We are also
we are on
Access and Fredonia Access tonight, trying to hit as many members of the community as they can. Fake pass here, handoff to Nealard once again up the middle. And Fredonia's going to continue to stack that box, and why not? Challenging Dunkirk to go the outside or pass the ball. Gain of about 1. Maybe 2. The ball was on the 39, so gain of 2. Second and a long 8 here for the Marauders. So, yeah, we are on both Fredonia and Dunkirk access, which is great.
But you are right. They are going to have to they're going to have to throw the ball, or at least have the threat of it. As Fredonia, look at this. They've crept up. We've seen Fredonia safeties as deep as 12, 15 yards.
There's a rollout pass here. He does have a guy open. It is complete. Depending on the spot,
10.
He might just be just short. Yeah, he is just short of the first down. It was number 10 that caught it, you said?
Yes. Javier Diseases.
Okay, so Javi wasn't in a quarterback there, which they have done a couple times. We didn't catch it when we did the East Aurora Dunkirk game. You know, they snuck Javi in as a tight end and threw to him a couple times and completed at least one that game. So they did that here. When they do that, going in at quarterback is simply Noah Sykes. I don't know if that was him or not for sure, but that's who it has been all season long.
So we got a third and another one. Yep.
Power I formation. Hard count. Fredonia didn't jump. And
he's got room.
Yeah, a lot of room.
Very nice quick hitter.
Teddy Roberts, a sophomore, hit that hole hard on the short yardage situation. Broke through, which is the danger of stacking the box like that. You get past the line of scrimmage, there's no one there, and the safety had to make a touchdown-saving tackle.
It is Noah Sykes, the quarterback.
And Noah Sykes was still in at that play. He came to sideline to get the call here, and he's announcing the call in the huddle, so he'll probably be staying at quarterback at least one more play. So a nice play by Teddy Roberts there. Nice job by the Dunkirk line, open up that hole. 1st and 10 in Hillbilly territory at the 40-yard line. Power I again, hit right back to Roberts. And again, they are pushing that line of scrimmage forward. Not many teams have been able to do that against the Hillbillies this year.
I was just going to comment. Fredonia has been excellent on both sides of the ball, controlling the line of scrimmage, running the ball and defensively. But boy, oh boy, that they just got shoved back 5 yards.
Yeah, yes, they did, and really, and it was a road game in Salamanca. So Salamanca has a good-sized line as well, and at times, their running back had a 200-yard game against Fredonia. But other than that, they've really controlled the run all year, and they're subbing in, putting a little bit more beef. You got Izzy coming in on the big senior tackle coming in. Now up the middle, let's see, Power I still going to give it to Nealard this time. They're really focused on the right side, pushing, battling. I think they're going to be just short. Yeah, really. Just short of the first down, it looks like.
Nealard gain of 4. Yep. Oh, no, look at that. Now that's as bad a spot as the other one.
I agree. I thought he had a little bit more, although it's hard to tell exactly where he was in that pile, in all fairness. But the pile definitely made it look like he gained another yard or two. So
third and 3 at the 47.
You got one receiver real wide, all by lone coverage here. Jamison Quinn on him. But they go back to Teddy Roberts, and he's going to have another first down. Yep. So another nice carry on third down for the sophomore, Teddy Roberts.
Get him to the 27. Yep.
And this goes along with your keys here, and our keys we talked about earlier. This is exactly what Dunkirk needs to do. I mean, how many they've converted on 3 first downs in the first drive?
And all on third downs and just grinding it out.
Yeah, short yardage, which you want to be head of the chains. We talk a lot about that. And so far, so good for this Marauder offense. And if they continue this throughout the game, it's going to be a good ball game. Rollout pass here by Sykes, and he is under pressure. Gets away from Ezra. Throws it, hit as he's thrown. Jump ball, and it's going to be knocked away. Ethan Fry in there as well. Jamison Quinn back on the coverage. But Sam Ezra had the quarterback Sykes in the backfield. Nice job getting away.
Got away and getting rid of it, although I'm not sure I like to throw that balloon out there. Give his receiver a chance to get it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, Dunkirk is, when in doubt, pull out the stop, right?
Yeah.
We're already halfway through, 6 minutes, 6:01 left in the first quarter. We're already halfway through the first quarter. Dunkirk still possessing. And you're right, this is the recipe that we talked about that they needed. So far, so good for the Marauders.
Yeah, they haven't given up a yard on defense yet. It's going to be a false start now. This is going to be real tough now in this Marauder offense. try a pass and take a shot on, the first down after pounding the ball, falls incomplete. Then you get a false start on second down, so now you're 2nd and 15, way behind the chains. Is this offense going to be able to recover here? And you got to expect that Fredonia is going to be bringing it now in 2nd down and 15.
So they're back on the 32-33. Boy, that seems like more than a 5-yard penalty, doesn't it? Look at the chains.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, it was first down.
Yeah,
they threw an incomplete.
Is right.
Okay, because it's 6-7 yards back.
Shotgun formation. First time as Sykes drops back to pass. Heavy pressure
Screen.
here. Screen play. Perfect play call here. Ethan Fry makes a tackle, but not before. Oh, we have a late, probably a face mask.
I think it's going to be a face mask. Yep.
But what a great call by a Dunkirk coach there.
Ran the screen to Montalvo, Adrian Montalvo.
Okay, that was Adrian Montalvo. Yeah, I know, right? Great play call, great execution by Sykes.
Yep.
There is a flag, though.
Down in the end zone there.
Yep, Bob's going to come on the sidelines here.
He was flanked out as a receiver there, and he went up for that pass. Landed on his back and looked like he banged his head on the ground. So he was a little woozy coming off the field, but he's walking down the sideline here with the athletic trainer there, trying to shake it off a little bit.
Jesus on the catch, and he hit his head.
Well, no,
it was 10. It was 10.
Here we go. And they're in.
Teddy Roberts with the touchdown. So there was an injured Dunkirk player on that. The receiver hit his head on the turf, as you heard Bob Bankowski over there before the touchdown. So we'll take an eye. But what a start here by the Marauders, Greg.
It was again, we couldn't have scripted it better for Dunkirk. They got the opening kickoff and ate up 6 minutes and 15 seconds, drove the ball down the field. More important, Fredonia's got to be looking around saying, holy crow, we thought we were going to control this game. Now Dunkirk just owned that whole line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. Extra point. You don't see this. I was at Teddy Roberts on for the extra point, and it is good, which is also something you never see on Marauder football.
Yep.
An extra point attempt, and it's good. So the Marauders are up 7-0, 5:45 here in the first quarter. And what a start here on senior night for the Marauders.
So we've got Dunkirk up 7-0. Like you said, got halfway through the first quarter. It's Fredonia's turn now to see if they can answer, but boy, oh boy, that was a punch in the face.
Absolutely. And let's talk about the Marauder defense here. What's their strategy? We know how Fredonia calls plays. They count the box.
Right.
So are they going to try to take away the run, or are they going to try to take away the pass, or are they going to mix it up here? I mean, it's hard to say. And, the Fredonia coaching staff does, according to their system, you stack the box, they throw, and we saw in Salamanca, Matt Lauder, their leading rusher, didn't have a carry in the first half because they stacked the box. And then the following week, Southwestern, they barely threw the ball. It was Lauder and Whitfield running all over the place in the first half. So they will do what the defense gives them. So it's going to be a real interesting strategy to see what the Marauders choose.
I got to believe between, just the size difference, although we just saw them control the ball, but the Dunkirk's going to try to bend and not break. They want this game to be as short as possible. And so they don't want to give up the big strike. And that, when Fredonia goes to the air, that's when those things happen. They can move the ball pretty quickly. So I would think that they would go with some kind of a loosened. Oh boy, he's way offsides. They're going to move them back 5. Yeah, he was too excited. He was all ready to shoot and go. So.
So it'll be a 5-yard penalty, pushing the kickoff back to the 35-yard line, which, this plays right in Fredonia's advantage. They have 3 kickoff returns for touchdowns on the season here, too. So, be careful here. It seems like every time the team gets a lead on them or ties the game, they have a big return to counter that. So if you're the Marauder special teams here, you have to be ready for that. Teddy Roberts on to kick off. Teddy Roberts doing it all here tonight. And he's going to kick it short right to Micah Davis right around the 26-yard line. Micah Davis going the outside, gets it out to about the 46-yard line. Good coverage, good return. So it's about a 20-yard, 25-yard return for Davis.
Certainly, Fredonia loves starting at the 45.
Yeah, I mean, 55 yards short field. Now they've really, we've seen 99-yard drives out of Fredonia as well, but so got a little switch up here. Simon Davis is actually in the slot. Brandon Ronsky out wide, pistol formation. Lauder's behind Whitfield. Low snap right away, and Lauder has to jump on it. Loss of at least 5 yards. And, Simon Price, the center, sophomore, has done an outstanding job. I think that's, to my memory, and I've seen every snap, that's the first bad snap I've seen all year. So he's been a real solid factor in there, and it was a problem last year over and over. So now we got trips right, empty backfield, Twins left.
Yeah, 2nd and 15 is not the way they wanted to start. Looking to throw.
Right there.
A little short pass here to Lauder. Breaks the first tackle. Breaks another, but finally pushed out of bounds just across midfield in the Marauder territory at the 49. Now that should have... The first play was a low snap, right?
Right.
Oh, so that's not a penalty, right? I'm losing my mind here. So it is 3rd down.
Yes.
I'm used to a penalty for 5
right.
yards,
Right.
not a bad snap penalty. Staying trips left this time. 3rd and 4. Whitfield's drops her pass, hits a wide open Lauder, enough for a first down.
Fumble.
Ball was loose. He was stripped from behind.
You could see that coming
and that's
from
a Marauder, yeah.
And there we go. We talked about no
turnovers, sure.
Yeah. We talked about no turnovers for Dunkirk, but certainly getting the turnover makes a difference.
I think that was number 3, Jason Kauser, causing that the way he came off the field. Whoever caused that fumble did
We're going to give it up to Bob on the sidelines for a second. Let's see what he's got.
Sure.
No?
No.
I'm not getting that far, but I'm going to get the
Okay, sorry. We tried to get to Babakowski on the sidelines. We missed out. We apologize. We'll keep working on that. This is something new.
Ready?
Hello? Oh, go ahead. You can talk. So we had on the play there, we had a nice pass by Whitfield, and then the receiver about 10 yards down, and he just took a lick by a couple Dunkirk players and coughed up the ball. So Dunkirk ball going here in the second, started here in the first half. And, Coach Sherlock didn't like what he was seeing out there. He called a timeout to try to get his team refocused here. A lot of pressure on the field tonight. All right, go ahead.
So now another huge drive here by the Fredonia defense here in the Marauder offense. More importantly, if they can go up 2 scores, that'd be huge for their confidence early on. Pass to Neeler, nice hole up the middle. It's going to gain of 3 to 4 yards on first down, depending. Probably it looks like 4. So it's exactly what you want.
Yep.
If you're 4 downs, you never 4 yards of play, you never have to punt.
They're happy to get that 4, keep that clock running. Yes, sir. Boy, interesting. So Coach Sherlock called that timeout. We went down to the field, but I'll tell you, he's got to be losing his mind. It's settling him down a little bit. Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still the packed-in backfield.
Yes, pro set, power eye. Trying to give it a little confusion there on the handoff. Timing was off there a little bit, and it cost the Marauder offense. Looks like Noah Sykes ended up I don't know if he was trying to pull that out from the up back or he didn't take it, but there looked to be a little confusion, a little hesitation. The Fredonia defense was all over that. leaving third and maybe 7 now. Might be a loss of yard in the play. And I do think of Javier DeJesus, number 10, was that receiver that got hurt on that long pass play because he did go out the field after that play, and we don't see him back out there. We heard that he hit his head on the turf pretty hard, so I hope he's okay. Rollout pass here, a lot of pressure. He gets away from one, can't get away from 2. That's Sam Azarov finishing him off for a deep sack here against Sykes. It's going to be loss of about 7. And we're spotting the ball back at the 30. So Hillbilly defense here is going to respond. And that will bring on the punt team here, you would think, when 4th and 13 for the Marauders at their own 30. Simon Davis and Ethan Fry is back on for the return. Who's punting there, Greg?
Boy, he's only 10 yards back, too. He is not.
And we saw one block punt last week. Short punt here.
Good high punt, though. Going to make it
Davis
work.
going to catch it right at the 43. Breaks one. Can't get away from the second. It's going to be tackled right around the Marauder 40-yard line. Yeah, you thought such a high kick. I was suspecting no chance
Very
for a
good
return.
coverage. Right.
I'm not sure where the coverage at all was for that the Marauder special team. I was going to spot it right at the 41. So Fredonia's second possession, first one resulted in a turnover. And you got to give Marauders defense credit in that. It was a hustle play, strip tackle from behind. You haven't seen that might have been Lauder's first fumble of the season, at least of memory. We don't have the stat guys telling this stuff in our ears, but I think that might be.
Still 8 up, 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
You know what? There's a flag too, so. Must have been a legal block here of some sort.
Or something. I think it was a hold.
Yeah, right around where Davis was tackled, though. So it's right at the end of the play because it's from the spot of the foul. So push them back to their own 49-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hillbillies.
Boy, but again, that's the kind of thing. You got the ball on the 40. Now you're back at the 49, the opposite
Still
49.
Good field possession, yeah. Pistol formation, trips right. Whitfield takes the snap, goes right back to Lauder. Not a lot there. Good job by the Dunkirk defensive line there. Giving up, they're going to call it a gain of 3. Ball will be spotted at the 48-yard line of the Marauders. Right back to the line of scrimmage, Greg, as we've seen all year with the Fredonia Hillbillies. Trips right, little hitch pass out to Davis, and he has some room. Rick Sullivan, he's going to have enough for the first down. So a little wide receiver screen, Whitfield to Davis for a Hillbilly first down. Ball's going to be spotted at the 36, I believe. Yep, 36-yard line. Both teams completing successful screens now in this game. We haven't seen a lot this year. Whitfield throw again to his left, short pass. I think it's going to be incomplete. Yeah, incomplete. It skipped into his receiver, a little short. Be second down, I think, as Devon McCall this time as the intended receiver.
But not looking downfield at all. So perhaps they're seeing something, Fredonia may be playing a deep secondary, and they're just looking to take advantage of the underneath.
Yeah, right.
Or Dunkirk.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can hear the Marauder coaches talking back on, we're not getting pressure on him. Whitfield does seem to have all day back there, and that'll come back to hurt you if you're the Marauder defense. Because if you give him time and room to run, and speaking of run, there's Whitfield off the left side. It's been so successful all year long, and it is going to be once again. That's another rushing touchdown for Nick Whitfield, 36 yards, and Fredonia looking to tie it up with the extra point attempt. So right back at it. Fredonia barely has the ball this quarter, and all of a sudden we may have a tie game with Sal Tabone continue being Sal Tabone on the extra point attempt.
In the old world of ball control, there's a 58-second drive for a touchdown. But, boy, he just took off. I mean, you would think.
Bob wants to do a sideline here. Go ahead, Bob.
Hey, just injury update up there on starting quarterback Javi DeJesus. They have him in the locker room, in the trainer's room right now, being looked at.
Oh. Okay, thanks, Bob, for that injury report. You know, that's something. Look at that new feature. That's
right
great.
on
And,
top of it, too.
You know, and you hate on senior night here for Javi DeJesus, a three-sport athlete. You know, I've known Javi for a long time, so my wishes are definitely with him. I hope he's okay. On back to the game, though, here, Fredonia Saltabone able to make the extra point. Mr. Reliable there all season long. Has really technically missed two, but one of those are a 35-yarder. Otherwise, he's been money and a real weapon for Fredonia all year long, tying the game with 1:36 remaining in the first quarter.
So now we see Fredonia respond, doing what they do, you know, score quickly, It's now after that first drive, boy, I'll tell you what, Coach Sherlock is looking like a genius after that timeout because he called that timeout, regrouped his team. Since then,
gave up negative yards on defense.
Yep,
and
came right down and scored.
Yeah.
So whatever fire he lit seemed to have taken. So
Calder near here on the kickoff, and again, I'm not sure why the Marauders are so deep on these. A little confused they're going to catch it. That is, let's see, number 3 or 2. Let's see, that was number
8. No.
Jaden Rodriguez. Let's see that. Where's that sheet? Oh, sorry, we dropped our Dunkirk roster here. Yeah, Jaden Rodriguez on the return, bringing it out to right around the 27, 28-yard line. First down at 10, and what a key drive this is for the Marauders. They cannot go, 3 and out here. They got to have a drive similar, even if they don't score. But a
couple of first downs, eat some clock,
flip the field, absolutely. Yep. Sykes back under center here, gives it to the up back. I believe that would be Roberts, just zooming out of the play. But I'm wrong. It's not Roberts.
Who do we got getting up?
Let's see. Still coming out of there.
That's Montalvo.
Yep.
Adrian Montalvo.
Okay,
yep.
On the carry. Gain of about 2, second 8.
Continues to run the same formation.
Yeah, almost. They're getting off the ball so quickly. Sykes under pressure here, escapes it. It's going to gain a yard or two, but it's going to bring up 3rd and long now for the Marauder offense. Sam Azrat, the sophomore of the Hillbillies defensive end, has been giving Sykes fits on those rollouts all game long. But Sykes did a nice job getting away from that pressure once again, too.
And I think they called that right off the bat. I mean, I don't think that was an option or a pass gone bad. I think they just called it and went.
A rollout, yep.
So here we go. We got 3rd and 6.
And again, Fredonia, really all 11 guys are within 6-7 yards of the line of scrimmage. And here comes Micah Davis on the blitz. It's initially picked up, but still not 6 yards there. It's going to bring up 4th down. They're going to give them, looks like the 36-yard line, according to the official on our side, which is, again, maybe a generous spot here. I don't know why the chain crew started to move, but it's not a first down. So, yeah, at the 46, it's going to be 4th down, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with the score 7-7. 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 for each team, 1 turnover against Fredonia here in the first half. Couple penalties against Fredonia. I think we had 1 false start on the kickoff against Dunkirk, and maybe a false start in their possession down on their first possession here.
We had the holding call
against Fredonia,
yep.
Right? Yeah. So probably about 5 penalties in the first half, or quarter, excuse me. But this is what Dunkirk wants, a low-scoring game. 7 points and being tied after 1, that's a win for the Marauders.
Correct.
Without a doubt.
There's not a Marauder fan, player, or coach that wouldn't have taken a tie at the end of the first quarter.
Absolutely, and they have the ball
and all the way through it. Right, correct. I mean,
but it is 4th and 2. So what's back to 4th and 2 now. What do you do if
you gotta
Coach
punt the
Benton?
ball.
You think so? You play to win the game? I don't. You are deep in your own
I was
territory,
going to say,
though. Yeah.
due to field position.
Yeah.
Last time
10 yards more, maybe.
You got and now the converse of that is they have been getting a pretty good push, to get 2 yards. But boy, I don't want to get Fredonia. I mean, they'll crowd that box. I guess if they're going to go for it.
Yeah,
though.
they are. At least they're going to go for a hard count here.
Right.
Which.
I can't imagine that's the.
They already saw that Sykes. He's barking out the calls. He is giving it. He gives it to, and he's going to have a first down. Nice run there.
And
Teddy
I love
Roberts again. Yeah. He spent money on those quick hits, Greg.
I think that correct. Fredonia probably did had the same kind of an idea. Okay, here goes. They're going to try to get us to jump off sides. If you're going to do that and then snap the ball, do the quick hit because
they're on their heels a little bit.
Yes, just a little bit.
And I know it's easier to say great call by Benton because he got it, but you're the underdog here. What do you have to lose? You have the luxury to take those chances when you're not supposed to win the game, and the first one paid off here by Benton. Millard on the carry here, not much. The audio's like cutting in and out. I don't know if it is on air. Can you hear that?
Yeah, it's always. I don't know. I assumed it was my headset.
No, mine's doing it too. Nealard gets about 1 on that. We haven't seen a lot of Nealard, the leading rusher for Dunkirk on the season. It's been more Roberts and Sykes even so far. I mean, although
since the first drive, I was going to say it was a steady diet on the first drive.
That's right, it was. And then we had a little bit of break, right back to Nealard here. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Ball just shy, maybe touching that 43-yard line. I think I'll say 43 for sure. Still power I formation here. Sweep outside to Millard here. Contain, and good job by the Fredonia defense keeping it contained, but good job by Millard getting those extra yards after contact.
So
There's some cheering on the Fredonia. Did that ball come loose?
Wait a second. We got Fredonia pointing.
Let's see. Fredonia's celebrating, and the players are pointing. The officials are not, though, and that's what really matters.
Looks like it must have been down.
Yep, okay, they're calling them down here. Must be said forward progress stopped, I guess would be the call. So another key 3rd down here for Fredonia, or Dunkirk. You got to assume, especially if they get at least a couple yards, they're going to go for it again based on the last 4th down if they don't get it. Now, if you lose 5-10 yards or something, maybe not. But if it's 4th and short, you got to imagine Benton's going for it again. So really,
it's
2-down territory, right? On their own side of the field.
Yep.
Power I, Sykes under center. Little sweet play out to the right side this time. Great job by the end, keeping containment, and he cut up and ran right into Matt Lauder. He might have lost a yard on the play there. If not, got back to line of scrimmage. Up right at the 43. No gain, so now it's 4th and 4. And now you see some subs coming on, so maybe they are going to decide to punt this time. But, yeah, the punter is going back. So a couple first downs, did run some time off the clock. They ran the end of the first quarter and 3 minutes plus in the second quarter.
I cannot believe how short he is. I mean, he's at 10 yards and his depth on this. Oof.
Another short punt.
That'll work.
Fry coming up on the catch right about the 31. And Fry is going to be tackled right around the 43, 44-yard line. Once again, this is really Fredonia's quote-unquote worst field position, starting at the 44. They had 45,
looks like
49.
A flag down. I see a flag down right on the 50.
Right
on the 50.
Fredonia. That's not
Straight
true.
down.
That was an accident, Greg.
I'll tell you, after going for it last time, now we watch, that was a
net gain
8-yard net, 10-yard net.
It's a 10-yard penalty, it might. But if the spot's at the 50, it's only going to push it back a few yards. But yeah, I mean, what you gained by not going for that wasn't much. That's for sure.
And let's give Fry some credit. That's that was a decent punt into a spot. If that bounces and starts flopping around, who knows how good it could get. Fry made the catch, ran it up, and somebody did they decline the penalty?
I guess it must have been against.
Okay.
Against Dunkirk that time.
Yeah.
So So an Eagle, a false start would have stopped the play. So it had to be some sort of legal shift or formation. 44-yard line for the Hillbillies. Trip left. Whitfield's looking to his left. Throws short
Another
pass
screen.
once again to Davis. He's got blockers out in front, still on his feet. Breaks another tackle, still going. Can he get the corner? No. 23. Alstrom, I think, makes a touchdown-saving tackle. Great blocking down the field by Devon McCall as a receiver, picking up two different guys and helping Davis on that reception.
So what do we get there? Do we got 25? We're at the 25.
It was at the 44.
Yeah, 40.
44.
So that's going to be, and they're right at the 25, 31.
Empty
Nice.
backfield, trips right. Whitfield takes the snap, looking right. Throws to his running back, Matt Lauder, quick hitter. It's going to be gain of this
9.
angle, so 7, 8, 9 yards somewhere in there. Let's see where the spot is. Good gain on first down either way.
We'll call it 8.
2nd and 2 then. Gain of, you're right. They're doing these short. Dunkirk's respecting that deep passing game. So they're dropping Everett back. So Fredonia's doing a good job saying, okay, we'll show the short ones and turn them into big ones, or 8 yards on first down. Anyone will take that. Whitfield throwing once again.
There's the deep ball.
Looking
deep. Wide open.
And the ball is
knocked it away.
I think he might have been bobbling it as he went out. He had it, was bobbling it, I believe, then gained control after he got out of the end zone. Great throw by Nick Whitfield to Brandon Ronski there.
And the cornerback has got to feel that better. He just let him run right by him. They're lucky that ball bobbled. So it's still second, and boy, I wish we had our old replay.
Yeah. That's far from the camera to see. Low snap again. Whitfield's just going to keep it. Breaking a couple tackles if he can get that edge, but he's not gonna. Good defense there, yeah.
Dunkirk. Yep.
Good job there. That's 3
Lost.
and I believe who else is in there? Like getting up right now, 6. So that's Kauser. And
Lost a 2 back to the 19. Yep.
Yeah, so that's okay. So now it's gonna be 4th down, right? Because they got 8, 9 on the first down, incomplete, bad snap. And now if we're obviously, it's territory to go for it here if you're the Hillbillies. Okay, they're going. McCall's going to the right side, leaving Fry all alone on the left. So trips right. Fry is the lone receiver to the left. And Whitfield's going to keep it following Lauder. He's going to have a first down and more. Tackled. He's going to be in right at the 10 based on the official on our side. So if he's at the 10, it'll be 1st and goal from the 10. 10 yards to go, which is like obviously the worst 1st and goal you can have. But on 4th down, you're going to take it right if you're the Hillbillies looking to take the lead here. 6:43 remaining in the first half. Clock's now running. Whitfield looking to his right, hits Davis, and he is going to be tackled just short of the end zone.
Gain of 9. They're sitting on the 1.
Yeah, and when you're in goal line defense, to give the receiver that much room, it's that's easy pickings. Whitfield's going to be under center, going for the ball's loose.
Ball's loose is right.
And that
it looks like as he pulled out of there.
No, so Lauder's like, hey, guys, I got it right here.
Boy, it looked like as he was pulling out of there, he just lost it, right?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Bad snap. Whitfield came early, what have you. But, that's the 3rd snap. 2 shotguns and now 1 under center. The ball's hit the ground. And you don't want those yips to start here at this time of the season.
So I think they actually lost a yard.
Yeah,
so now it's 2.
3rd and goal.
Back to the shotgun.
Let's see. Yeah, they at the 2, the 3-yard line. Whitfield back. Lauder's to his right. He's going to throw it short.
Dropped it.
Ball is incomplete. Let's see. Who is the intended receiver there? That looks like Simon Davis was the intended receiver.
That could, yeah, that was a that was a dangerous throw.
Yeah,
that
it
could have been a
was.
pick six in a second.
So what's Coach Bovino going to dial up here? Whitfield run. They've been doing that all year on short yardage. Breaks one, and he is going to be
Huge
stuffed. And what a big, big goal line stand by the Marauders to keep remain tied. And you can hear behind us the Dunkirk coaching staff is excited about that, as they should be. That's a huge defensive play by the Marauders. Unfortunately, I didn't catch a number of the tackles there. I apologize. But what a play. So Whitfield lost 2 yards on that play. He's back to the 5, yeah. So now it's going to be first down and 10 for the Marauders from their own 5-yard line here. So they got to be careful. And look at this.
5.5 minutes, so they just can't sit on it either.
No. And they give to the up back. We keep having audio issues here, by the way, Gabe. It's like going in and out. I don't know why. I don't know if for the listeners, too. So let's see. Gain of 3 on the play, and I'm not sure if the viewers can hear that a little bit. It's cutting in and out of our ears. So we're working on if it is affecting you, and if we act funny, it's because we're not sure if it's on or not.
That's
it's all fuzzy. I can't hear it all.
That was the problem, I think, because all of a sudden. Well, if they can hear, we'll keep going. But it's boy, that's a pile in there. Who did they hand that? Was that?
Sorry, I couldn't see.
Was that Montalvo again? Who got? Oh no, Nealard. So now it's 3rd and 5. So we're at the 10-yard line, 3rd and 5. Boy, Fredonia is packed in that box. Here we're looking to throw. He's got a man. Oh, and that's a pick. Fry. Yep, Fry got the pick. Boy, it looked like he was running open there for a second, but Fry closed very nicely.
Yeah, so they are saying at home they can hear us fine, so that's good. Thanks for the input, Ed Trotz and Stephanie Fry, for letting us know. I appreciate that because it was bad in my ear. I'm not sure if it's out there. So either way, big interception here by Ethan Fry. After the defensive stop, Marauders, Fredonia gets one right back, but another chance here to take the lead with 3:45 remaining in the first half. Whitfield with an empty backfield, trips right. Twins left, looking again to his right, doesn't like it, he's going to take off. He's got some room. He gets to the outside, it's going to be pushed out of bounds right around the 6-yard line. First and goal, Hillbillies.
Boy, that was he got that out of nothing.
First down, Fredonia at the Dunkirk 6-yard line. Fredonia is in the red zone.
So first and goal here for the Hillbillies. Lauder to Whitfield's right. Whitfield throws to his left to Devon McCall, and he is going to get in. No.
What are they going to give?
No, they are calling him out of bounds. Yeah, at the 1-yard line. So it'll be second and goal from the 1, and that would have been a big touchdown for Devon McCall, who spent last year on the Marauders football team. 1 year, he played his whole career in Fredonia, moved 1 year to Dunkirk. This year he's moved back to Fredonia and had a great season.
Second goal at the 1.
Shotgun formation. Whitfield hands it to Lauder, and he is
up.
He did. It almost looked like he was just going to hesitate. That's a real late whistle there. That
they
obviously
they got to stop that pile.
Yeah, you know. All right.
All right.
We're going to
We'll
switch
throw it
to
down
Bob
to Bob on the
Bankowski down on the
sideline. Yep.
sidelines here.
Go ahead, Bob.
Hey, we're lined up here. It's 3rd down and 1 from the goal line here. Last play, Dunkirk stuffed them at the line with a lot of run.
We good. We good? Yeah. We good. Just like, next time you should say, the weather's down here cold.
One man to beat.
Whitfield's rolling to his right, and he is going to make it in the corner for his 2nd touchdown of the game, both on the ground, making the score. Fredonia 13, Dunkirk 7 with the extra point attempt to foul, 2:29 remaining in the half.
Yeah, that's a tough chore that, you get Nick Whitfield in a one-on-one in a foot race, and there's not many guys in Chautauqua County that are going to keep up with him.
No, when you're 200 pounds, 6'6", and run a 4.6,
Yep.
That's a tough task for anyone in open field. But, I'm telling you, yes, they just gave up a touchdown, but it was at their goal line stop and a turnover by their offense. This Marauder defense has come to play tonight.
Yep.
A couple tackles there at the 1-yard line before that touchdown run. Saltabone on for the extra point attempt, and the kick is up, and it is good. And that'll make the score Fredonia 14, Dunkirk 7, 2:29 remaining. And the other big thing here is Dunkirk has 2:29 to tie the game. Fredonia gets the ball to start the second half. So we've seen Fredonia do this all year, close game, and then all of a sudden, boom, they'll rattle off 2, 3, 4 touchdowns off in a row, and the game blows out. So the Dunkirk offense here needs to at least run out the half, if
Correct.
not tie it up, and then stop them to start the second half to keep it within a 1-score game.
Now, if you're Fredonia, you've got 2 or 3 timeouts, so you're going to look to you got 2 or 3 timeouts.
It's the same, but when you
It
first
is,
touched
that's
that,
the piece.
yeah.
because it was good
Right
till
there.
there you go, perfect. So
Sorry
I'm
about that,
assu-
folks. We
I'm
had this
assuming
buzz
that
in our
depending
ear
on-
driving us nuts.
Depending on where the kickoff ends up, boy, what do we got? Some smoke over there. It's like
Well, they have. It looked like they're announcing, a baby. There was a pink
Oh, I
bomb
got you.
going off, and then
I
a
got
blue
you.
one just went off. It's like I don't know what was going on over, but yeah, they've been doing confetti at home too, probably with the turf field. Didn't want to do the confetti, but the Fredonia fans have been doing Calder near on here for the kickoff, and they're kicking that short in that empty space.
Lot
The
of
big
room.
hop saved them. A nice tackle there. That was Juan Mendez, I
Great
believe,
coverage.
67. No, I take that back. It might have been Sam Azrat, 20. No, there he goes. It was Juan Mendez, 67. Made a nice open field tackle there by the junior. But if that ball hadn't hopped up like that, that could have been real dangerous. I like the placement of the kick. And you make the tackle at 31-yard line. Any special teams coach is taking that on a kickoff.
So the Marauder, you're right though. The Marauders, as important as it is right now, they've got to run this clock out. They cannot afford to give Fredonia a chance.
Right
Oh,
up
there
the
we go.
middle is a good
They'll
way to
it
do
this
it.
way.
He's
on
got
it.
one man to beat. Ethan Fry
Can he
as
get him?
Teddy Roberts is pulling
Teddy
away, diving,
there
and
you
what
go.
an answer
There you
by
go.
Teddy Roberts.
I
So that
wonder
would be a 69-yard touchdown run for the big man, Teddy Roberts, a
the
sophomore.
quick hitters have been working all day, and boy, oh boy, I'm wondering if Fredonia wasn't thinking as weird. Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
they're going to be happy, run out the clock, get it over with. But boy, oh boy, broke through. Again, that's one of the downsides to
Yeah.
packing the box. They've got 12 or 11 people up within 6-7 yards. Once Teddy broke through, he was gone.
Yeah, and I
Great
like.
speed too, because Ethan Fry is not a slow guy at
No,
all.
no.
You know what I mean?
And let me tell you something about Teddy Roberts. He has, and those you don't know out there, I know he has spent countless hours driving to Buffalo. His dad's doing a great job getting him up there, and he's been working with Coach O, a wide receiver train. He has worked as hard, if not harder, than any player I know out there. And I see it, and I know he's doing it. You see him out there. He's a good kid. So nice job there by Teddy. The hard work is paying off. That's why he made captain as a sophomore. So hats off to Teddy Roberts on that play. The line given the big hole, and that speed has really developed. Teddy Roberts was not known for his speed 2-3 years ago either.
Well, and he's, we just talked about Whitfield and his size to go with his speed, and Roberts is got great size. Boy, oh boy, yeah, he just took off. And like I said, I fully expected Fry to catch him because we've seen Ethan. He's a fast player, but Teddy just ran away from him.
You know, and I think Marauders calls that touchdown because Teddy Roberts is their extra point kicker. So he just ran 69 yards, celebrating, out of breath. So, you know, not a bad timeout there. Catch your breath. This is to tie the game. It's 13-14, 2:13 remaining. Snap, kick as Sykes has the kick down, and I think that is no good. It is no good. Just wide. Plenty of distance, went just wide left. So Fredonia hangs on to the lead by 1 point. And again, what a weapon Saltabone is. We've seen them win a couple games, or definitely Southwestern game by extra points was a difference in that game. So that is a huge difference. And in the Olean game too, they won by extra points. So it is such a key play. We see it in the NFL now.
But
Kickers
I'll tell you
missing
what,
all the time.
Correct. I'll tell you, we have got ourselves a game. The Vegas line would have not expected this.
No.
I'm sure Dunkirk's got it. We said it at the end of the first quarter. I'm sure they're still not unhappy. They've done everything they were supposed to do. They've controlled the ball except for that turnover. Once again, we talked about
that was their one big
they
mistake.
couldn't give up a turnover, and that cost them that touchdown. But, boy, they sure did answer. And we've got a 14-13 football game. Anything that Dunkirk can do to put some doubt in Fredonia's head is got to be a good thing. They're going to go into that locker. Well, again, 2 minutes and 13 so far.
Yeah.
Fredonia
hasn't had timeouts.
Fredonia's had both their scoring drives have been less than 2 minutes and 13. That
Fredonia can score here real
right.
quick. So Dunkirk can't stop playing here. It's short kick. Looks like Lauder is going to return the catcher right at the 32. And watch out here. You do not want to tackle Matt Lauder with a full head. Nice low tackle there. Let me see the number. That might have been.
Flag is down.
Jaden Rodriguez, and another flag right around mid.
Oh, no, that was
the kicking tee. Yeah.
When he picked it up, I'm like,
whoa! What are you doing? Yeah. Bob's up. All right, Bob on the sideline.
Injury report on D. Jesus. Brief injury report on D. Jesus. He is done for the day. He has a concussion. They have him in the locker room right now under observation, but they think he might come out with the team and stand on the sideline for the second half.
Okay,
thanks Bob, for that report. Boy, that's too bad.
Yeah, it's the last thing you want. It's a young man. He's senior. I mean, you don't want it to happen to anyone, but, you know, that's a real heartbreaker. And, you know, the head injuries are a scary part of the game. I hope Javi's okay. Our thoughts and wishes are with him without a doubt.
So Fredonia's got it on their side and the 47.
Marauder side,
Yep.
Whitfield in shotgun, trips left, lone receiver to the right. And it's going to be a low snap, but Whitfield's going to grab it, and he is going to run it here. I think he's going to tackle just short of the first.
Yes, and we're just under 2 minutes.
So it's an interesting play call with under, you know, of course, they're going to get right to it. The clock is going to continue to run here. Fredonia has 2 timeouts by my count, Greg. Are you with me on that?
Yeah.
2 timeouts remaining. Clock's running 1:40 here at the snap. Whitfield quick pass out to Davis again. And he's got the sidelines. And it's a good play, good blocking downfield by his receivers. Good discipline by Davis not to try to cut that back up and gain an extra 3 yards. Keep the clock running.
Wasn't that important, right?
Davis
so
going
minute
back
35 for those that we can't see the clock. So minute 35.
1st and 10, ball right about the 29. Whitfield an empty backfield, takes a snap, looks to his right, hits Lauder, another short pass, and I think that's going to be enough for a first down.
Yep.
And that'll stop the clock temporarily until that box is set. So Fredonia doing a great job getting right to the line of scrimmage.
Well, with a minute 28, they could take their time in a little bit of,
with 2 timeouts too. Yep. Trips left this time. Looking to the left,
long.
He's looking deep to Fry, and he has him in the end zone. Yeah.
Great pass, great catch.
Yeah, so there's the answer to that Fredonia offense. That was under a minute.
Yep.
And then,
a minute and 11, that would have been let's see, 2:05. No, you're right. It was
under a minute,
54 second drive.
Yeah. Short field again. They've had excellent field position. Their worst field position was their own 44 in the first half, and that's a real luxury too. Special team play is a huge part. So Fredonia goes up here. They're up by 7. This extra point attempt will make it 8, which is key. You need a 2-point conversion and a touchdown to tie if Tabone can make this extra point. Tabone kick is up, and it is good right down the middle. No doubt about that one. I wouldn't mind seeing South Tabone take a long field goal if there's a chance here in the game.
Well,
on the turf, get him some practice.
That 35-yard extra point that he missed was long enough.
And he made one at 35,
right.
too, an extra point, which is – and that was on Fredonia field.
Right.
Just field. I just said field. That was a stutter. Yeah. So 1:11 left here, 21-13. What is Dunkirk going to do? They're not known for the quick – although Teddy Roberts just one play, 69 yards.
I mean, that's the anomaly, right? They're going to run – they're going to do what they do. They did it, and Teddy broke it and went. I don't think they're going to come out and start heaving the ball, but perhaps with 1:11.
Yeah, it's hard to say. You got the Dunkirk patented for years after year, rollout pass, flood, one deep receiver, one short receiver. We saw a nice screenplay earlier, and we did see, Javi de Jesus, for his injury, did have 2 catches. So he was definitely a threat, so that's a big loss for the Marauders here. Calder near on for the kickoff, and he does another short Highwood looking for that green space.
Oh,
and
that's trouble.
That's Micah Davis in on him, and he is going to make the tackle right at the 5-yard line. And I've been saying it all game. The Dunkirk returners are too deep. They must have scouted Fredonia special teams. They cannot be back that far. They're not going to kick it to them.
So now with 1:04, Fredonia has 2 timeouts. Did they call I guess Dunkirk, can they run the clock out? Let's see. They're going to run the ball, timeout, run the ball, timeout.
Fredonia has 2 left, right?
Right.
Yeah, so this gets real interesting because
they're going to at least force them to punt. And again, I've been talking about it. They're only 10 yards deep. I think Fredonia can get. I think anybody can get to that punter to get that punter and block it.
And the punts have been high, but they've been short too.
Correct.
So.
Well, they won't get much of a play afterwards. It'll be the 4th down play.
Quick hitter up the middle. This time Fredonia defense is ready for it. So now does Fredonia call timeout here?
They should.
I have not seen the signal yet.
Doesn't look like they're gonna.
Are they gonna wait? Are they gonna wait to 3rd down because they only have 2?
I understand, but I would force them to. I would force Dunkirk to make that decision on 3rd down.
Now the clock stopped. No, it's still running. Okay. So yeah, that's.
They can run it down if Dunkirk's smart. They'll run it right down to the end, and they'll have almost. Yeah, there's no chance at this point they can run the clock out, even with the 2 timeouts.
Yeah, well, either way, they would be able to do this on 1 down, only having 2. Now you would think if they do stop them with no gain here, they're gonna call timeout, but call near. Wow, now if I'm Fredonia, I don't know if I call a timeout at this point.
Oh, sure you do. Well, no, with 12 seconds, it's moot.
So they do. The clock did stop. It's 3rd down.
Must have called it. Are they resetting something?
They're winding it. They didn't call it.
Got it.
So really, Dunkirk does not have to run a play here. They could run one if they want to see if they can break another big one. If you're Fredonia's defense, you probably want to back off here. You do see Simon, and they are just going to run the clock out. So at halftime, and we are at halftime, the score is Fredonia 21, Dunkirk 13, and the Marauders have come to play here tonight, Greg, in the first half.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, Fredonia's taking a deep breath and saying, hey, we're lucky we got that 3rd touchdown. But yeah, I think, once again, Dunkirk followed the recipe, did what it had to do, controlled the ball, played good defense. It was that 1 turnover that really has been the deciding factor in the fact that we've got a 3-score game to a 2-score game. With that, let's go down to Bob, and then we'll take a break while we get some stats.
Go ahead. Okay, we're here at halftime. Fredonia leading 21-13. Fredonia opting not to go to the locker room there. Coach Sherlock's got the boys in the end zone, talking to them there while Dunkirk has gone to the locker room. to try to regroup here for the second half. They've been hanging tough here with Fredonia pretty much the whole game. Defenses seem to be rising to an occasion and have stopped Whitfield a couple times on runs, but unfortunately he's such a great passer that he's hit a couple real nice throws for touchdowns. Dunkirk had the big run by Teddy Roberts, which really ignited their team. So that's where we are at halftime. And we're going to send it up to the booth to Krause and Davis for more on the game.
All right, thanks, Bob. We appreciate that. I want to give a score update, and this is a huge play in game in Class C South. Casadega, Faulkner, Maple Grove lead Southwestern 17-16 at halftime. The winner of that game is going to finish third in Class C South, but they will more than likely make, and Southwestern definitely would, and I believe, looking at the seedings myself, I think Casadega, Faulkner, Maple Grove would make it as well if they win as either the 7th or 8th seed. So that's a huge game in Western New York. I know where a lot of the Dunkirk Fredonia fans are rooting in that game. I don't think I have to say it. But we'll try to keep you updated in the second half of that. With that, we are going to take a little break here for halftime. We'll be back to go over some stats in about 5 to 8 minutes. Thanks, everyone.
For Spirit, in 4th place, the junior class. In 3rd place, the sophomores. In 2nd place, the freshmen. And the winning class in Spirit are seniors. And now for our winners in the float competition. In 4th place, the freshman class. In 3rd place, the juniors. And in 2nd place, the sophomores. Congratulations to the senior class. Yeah. At this time, we'd like to introduce our homecoming court. Our representatives for the freshman class of 2024. Shaylin Cook, escorted by Sincere Seller. Yeah. Our representatives for the sophomore class. Laquan Davis, escorted by Julianne Warrior. For the juniors, Isabella Vasquez, escorted by Rissel Alfaro. And our nominees for Senior Queen, Kenzie Genther, Delilah Gonzalez, and Jerianis Vasquez. Our nominees for Senior King, Janiyah Brooks, Jack Lansky, and champ Texador. And now, our winners for the senior homecoming court. For Queen, our winner is Kenzie Genther. And for King, champ Texador. Congratulations, champ and Kenzie. Let's hear it for all of our homecoming court representatives and nominees. Congratulations.
Welcome back, folks. Here I'm Shannon Davis. Along my side is Greg Krause. We have Bob Bankowski down on the sideline, along with Dylan and Gabe here. We're doing a great job on the cameras and soundboard as always. And we are in rivalry week 8, Dunkirk Fredonia football. You can't ask for any more. It's a dry evening. You got a nice turf field, and both teams are playing real hard tonight. It's a 21-13. 8-point lead Fredonia over Dunkirk, but going into the game, that's a great half by the Marauders and really their defense.
Yeah, I mean, we came out, we said at the beginning they had to control the ball. The first drive, they ate up over 6 minutes, took it down and scored, kicked off, Fredonia struggled a little, and all of a sudden there's a timeout, and coach is saying, wake up. Since then, it's flipped a little bit, but I'll tell you what, Dunkirk still, they had the big play from Teddy Roberts, which was key, but their defense has done a great job. They had a goal line stand. We also said that one of the keys was no turnovers for the Marauders. That turnover led directly to the second touchdown.
Yeah, and Fredonia had a key turnover early on, too, in some bad snaps that really have cost the Fredonia offense, too, which we have not seen all year. So hopefully they get that straightened out. But yeah, to spend a real good effort. We have a key injury loss for the Marauders. Really unfortunate. Senior Javi DeJesus, as Bob Bankowski reported on the sidelines, is out for the game with a concussion. And that's, anyone that knows Javi or anyone that's just a fan, you feel your heart goes out to Javi. It's homecoming this weekend. He's not going to go to homecoming dance, and he's not going to finish his final senior football game, regular season football game. And that's a real blow. He had 2 nice catches, setting up the first touchdown for Dunkirk. That screen pass was huge that he caught down alongside. He was injured on, and he had a nice catch before that. Started the game at quarterback, so that's a big loss for the Marauders. For Fredonia, minus the bad snaps and, that turnover, which, again, I give credit for Dunkirk more on that fumble. He swiped the ball. I think Kauser came from behind. Big tomahawk, perfect tomahawk chop. Lauder wasn't holding it out. He just got caught off guard. Those are drills you run to teach that exact play on defense to cause turnovers. So I give that credit. That was a Marauder caused turnover more than a Fredonia just gave them the ball. No. And really, you could give Fredonia some credit on causing the interception, hitting the quarterback and put pressure on the quarterback in his own end zone, forcing him to throw up, and Ethan Fry is able to come down with that one. So 2 good defensive plays on those turnovers as well. I know Greg is trying to tally his stats over here. Guys, I wish I could show you. We get this in front of the camera. It looks like Chinese or hieroglyphics or whatever, but he usually comes through, but he's shaking his head here a little bit. So,
it's particularly tough with Dunkirk because they run
there you go.
They run the tight, they run that tight formation and they pound away at it, and so barely catching on and moving it. It's almost easier the more spread out, and the pace doesn't bother me as much as getting it right. I've got Dunkirk stats down, and I'm almost there. I feel like I've missed something here, but I guess we're gonna roll with whatever I got.
All right, Bob Bankowski's got some sideline insight here, so we're gonna switch to Bob while Greg's finishing up. Go ahead, Bob.
5. All right, we're 13 seconds here left at halftime intermission here. Fredonia 21, Dunkirk 13. And Fredonia is going to receive the kickoff because they won the coin flip and did defer to the second half. So Dunkirk's got to come out here stout on defense here to hold them. They can't get down by any more than the 1 touchdown that they are right now.
Okay, thanks, Bob. And, I think, Bob, that's a great point It's a real key defensive stand here for that Marauder defense once again. You know, if you go down 2 scores, you're already down 8. If you go down 2 scores here, that could be real tough for this Dunkirk offense to have enough offensive power to come back, you know, not let Fredonia score again and rally back and come down 2 scores. So this is a real key possession for the Hillbillies. And if you're the Hillbillies, you know, I'm sure Coach Sherlock over there is giving that message like, enough's enough, boys. Let's go play football and stop letting them think they can hang around and play. You know, this is, you know, the Hillbillies, this is our field because this very well be where they'll be playing their home playoff game. So, you know, they want to establish this as almost their home even going into playoffs. So, real key possession here for both teams and going to tell us a lot about what's going to happen in the second half. So, Greg, how are we doing?
Well, I
Give
keep
us
looking
close.
back. Yeah, I can get close. I'm telling you, I'm looking at, but I'm just amazed. I keep double checking because Matt Lauder, but I realize now he caught the ball 4 times for 45 yards.
Yep.
So I think he only ran the ball 3 times.
Not a lot of rushes.
With the minus, and he had the minus because he had to take that
the bad snap.
That bad snap
Yep.
that he fell on. So he's got -1 on like 3 carries, but he's got 4 for 45 receiving the ball. Boy, I've got Whitfield has 6 carries for. You know, he's had some lost yards too here and there. So I think he's only got a 17 or 18. Boy, they've really done it through the air though. They've had 73 yards. Again, short field. That's the other thing that's throwing my stats off is they haven't had to go more than 47
Teddy
yards.
Roberts here on the kickoff.
And here we
Micah
go.
Davis fields it right around the 20-yard line, looking for his seam. He finds it, but he is hit hard and quickly there, right around the 44-yard line. That's a hard hit by number 50 of the Dunkirk Marauders. That's Jimmy Batista, the senior linebacker. Davis looked like he's about to break through, and he ran into a wall of Batista there, brought down at the 44. But again, this is tying for their worst field position of the game, their own 44-yard line.
And you know, and as we were talking, you know, Dunkirk started on the 1. They've started on the 5. You know, they've had, you know, even when there's a kickoff, they're on the 30 or so. So you know, they've had to really that special teams flip has really made a difference.
It's absolutely huge. It's third factor of the game, and if you win that factor, you're winning a third of the game, and it's really helping Fredonia here. And here's Lauder early on. Like you said, he had negative yards, but he's about to have
56.
He is going to be tackled at the 4-yard line. That's number 22, Adam Fred, who is one of the fastest young men in Western New York. He plays for my travel baseball team, and when he gets on base, it's not fair. And he's the only one that was going to be able to tackle Matt Lauder from behind. But you're talking about he had negative yards in the first half.
52 right
he
there.
He flipped
yep.
that stat pretty quickly. First and goal for the Hillbillies. Trips right, Fry's a lone receiver to the left. And they're going to go right back to Whitfield, or Lauder, and he is going to go in almost untouched in the end zone. 2 plays. Let's see, started throwing 44, so 56 yards
and 2 carries,
and a touchdown. All Matt Lauder there in that offensive line, really 2 big holes along the line of scrimmage.
Boy, and that is, you know, you couldn't have felt what was worse. I mean, Bob talked about it on the sidelines. You know, Dunkirk really needed to make a stop, you know, make a statement. Let's come out and get them. And instead, Fredonia just, you know, bangs out 2 big plays. You know, the huge run by Lauder, and now it's a 27-13, about to be 28 if Tabone keeps it up.
Yeah, Tabone on for the extra point attempt. Snap is low, put down by Fry, and right down the middle, Mr. Consistent, Sal Tabone with another big extra point, making the score 28 Fredonia, 13 Dunkirk.
46 seconds in. And it's all of a sudden now we've got a whole new ball game.
Yeah, and you know, old school football, time of possession,
right.
I'm willing to bet Dunkirk's winning time of possession
by far.
By far.
In fact,
and they're down by 2 scores here
Yep.
in the game.
Yeah, not dominated time of possession. You know, they had that first big drive. Even their 3 and outs are taking 2 minutes.
Yeah, right.
So yeah,
and that's not an accident either. You know, and
correct.
And so here you see a special team adjustment at halftime. You got 3 guys standing up around the 15, 16-yard line, and another 3, give or take, around the 30. to battle Calder and Nears, those high short kicks, it's been causing fits all day. Again, at least they made the adjustment at halftime. I'll give them some credit for that. But you really, to start out with 3 guys deep against Fredonia, if you watch any film, they haven't done that all year.
So we haven't, take this minute to acknowledge the referee team today. Scott Fish, Frank Agino, Jim Winters, and Gary Johnson. Keeping things in control in a rivalry game is never easy. No. So far, so good.
Yeah, and thanks for Frank for humoring Bob Binkowski and our crew down there with the interviews before the game. Calder Near on for the kickoff here. See what he does. And he's going for an onside kick here. Nice play.
Interesting
by
call.
The big man. Let's see if I can get a number. He really went
Roberts.
up and got that.
Wasn't it? Or no?
No, it's Jack Lansky jumping up. Started his senior year playing football late. Seen him on the base pass and baseball as well. And Lansky did a real nice play there because that was a well-kicked, well-executed kickoff. One bounce way up in the air. And if he doesn't go up and get it, Fredonia might have been able to jump on it. Absolutely, and why does Fredonia do that there? Well, maybe they're practicing working on a play for the playoffs. Maybe they're trying to. Special teams came up, so you're not going to kick it deep.
It's
Roberts. Is that Roberts up the middle?
Looks like.
Nice tackle there. That was by Davis going low. But Teddy Roberts, again, on first down, you get 5 yards. That's a great play for this Marauder offense. And by far their best field position, too, by the way. You brought it up.
Yep.
They've been on their own. Even when Fredonia's kicking off, they've been pinning them back. I think the best prior to that was maybe the 31, if I remember correctly. So ball, they gave him 4 yards, Roberts on the carry, so it's fine. 2nd down and 6 at their own 49. Fake the pitch, give it to Matt Lauder. Yeah, makes a nice tackle. When I did the East Aurora game, sorry, the name here slipping my mind. Quintier Nillard. I called him Calder, but Quintier Nillard. He was hitting that hole so hard. The defense didn't get a chance to even. He was bursting through before they even knew he had the ball. And so far, that speed has been slowed down here a little bit, but he almost broke one there. Gain of another 4 to 5 yards, bringing up 3rd and short for the Marauders in Hillbilly territory.
And there it is again. I was just going to say, Dunkirk has had their success with the quick hitters.
Yeah.
When they ran the sweep, maybe a couple of outside plays or bounces, they struggle a little bit. The quick hitters have been there, and boy, that's a huge gain.
We have a timeout Fredonia, and we're looking for adjustment. They're seeing something, and that starts with the D line there. There's not gap control. You got to be disciplined and stay in your gaps. If you think you get a little greedy and not disciplined, it's so hard in there. When you're coaching, you coach football players, to get those D linemen and linebackers too to take care of their gap, their zone,
they want
their
that
area.
Ball. They're sniffing it. They're hungry, But yes.
As soon as you leave it, though, it seems to find that hole. As soon as you leave your responsibility. That's why they talk about 11-man unit so much on defense, because everybody has an area on the field that they're responsible for.
So now this very similar situation. Fredonia calls the timeout. I wonder if it's strategy, if it's motivation, if it's a little of both. Because Dunkirk came back and said, "Hey, we're not rolling over." They came, busted out a couple of nice plays, got a few first downs, and all of a sudden, Fredonia burns that timeout. Which second half timeouts are precious, so that they can right the ship right now. And let's see if it works as well as it did in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. A little sweet play out here, too. Not the good defense there, but, we're missing a tackle.
Forward.
McCall had him stopped for a loss, went for the big hit. And, again, Quintier Nillard does a nice job breaking a tackle and turning a negative into a positive. I mean, he was hit really 6 yards prior to where he was tackled.
And he had, again, he had 14 carries for 52 yards in the first half. Teddy Roberts had the big half, 3 carries for 80 and a TD. Adrian Montalvo was 4 carries for 4 yards, and Noah Sykes 4 carries for -1, but he did have the TD. There's the quick hit, not in going this time.
Yeah, and the 3 white shirts there. You had Matt Lauder, you had Owen Rush and Micah Davis all meeting that quick hit there. So that must have been addressed in that timeout.
Yep. Well, and so here we go. Now it's a big 3rd and 7. Dunkirk converted a couple of these 3rd and medium distances in the first half. So
a lot of them on that quick hitter to Roberts. This one, in the rollout, the Fredonia defense has done a good job on that rollout. The quarterbacks have done for Dunkirk.
We're in 2-down territory.
Without a doubt. Don't panic here. Right. Get positive yardage. This side, a little off tackle. Robertson. There is Lauder right there waiting for him. Nice job by the senior, leading tackler by far of Fredonia on the year.
I just don't think Dunkirk right now, with the way Fredonia pursues and their size, you got to hit quick. I don't think they have the opportunity. It just isn't working when they run anything that takes time to develop.
So it is 4-down territory, like you said, and Matt Lauder in the season, 70 tackles to lead the team. Wow. The next leading player is Micah Davis with 37. So he has been the key tackler, defender of this Fredonia defense all year long, making another big play. Big down here for the Marauders offense. Sykes under center, power I formation, rolling to his right, and he is going to be hit and sacked by guess who? Matt Lauder.
And a huge sack. I mean, that's
Sykes is down here,
and
this is really something.
His head bounced off the. I mean, I hope that's not what it is, but boy, I noticed that when he went down, he bounced off the turf.
Yeah, that's the one downside of a turf field. When your head comes down, you see it at all levels, and it bounces off. There's not a lot of give there. And that's what I believe we got Javi to Jesus earlier over on the far sideline. We couldn't see that one as well. But, Lauder came in quick, hard, good clean hit, nothing dirty there. But like you said, when his head bounces off the turf like that, it's always scary. And, where would the Marauders turn there if, actually I know it would be Alex Alstrom, I'm guessing, would be in at quarterback, who had snaps as a sophomore 2 years ago.
Not that it matters, but that's a pretty good spot for Dunkirk. I mean, they must have stopped the forward progress there because I think he was back another 4 yards.
But it was turnover and down, so it will be Fredonia's ball here. A tie for their worst field position, the 44-yard line. So last time we saw 2 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown from Lauder. Let's see where we go on the first play of their second possession of the second half. And this time they're going to the air, looking to the right, going deep to Ronski.
Just ran around.
And he underthrown there. Ronski not Ronski or the defender never saw the ball.
I think that must have slipped because that wasn't even close.
Yeah, there's no wind. I mean, and that's odd for this time of year, no doubt about it. Usually we see the trees directly across the road shaking. You look at the flag in the end zone there towards the lake, and it's usually whipping. But no excuses there. That was just one of those off throws. It happens to everyone. No harm, though. Lands out of bounds, no interceptions. 2nd down and 10. Trips right here. Once again, Whitfield is going to give it to Lauder. And Lauder gets a nice drive, and he's hit and stopped, though, in his tracks. 3 Dunkirk Marauders got to him at the same time, and it's one of the rare times, Greg, that Lauder doesn't fall forward.
We saw it on the goal line as well.
You're right.
You're right. Lauder is always, he's a load, and he falls forward, and Dunkirk's done a nice job of standing him up and slowing him down when they can.
Absolutely. Better than I've seen anyone really do against Lauder all season long. So we got 3rd and about 6 here for the Hillbillies in their own territory, at their own 48. Whitfield's all alone in the backfield. He's looking to the right, back to the left. Throws high to Fry. Not a lot of room there at all.
Another bad ball.
Yeah, and honest, even worse, it's probably a bad choice. There was a lot of crowded bodies there. I know Fry had a huge game last week, won WDOE Player of the Year game, and so on. But he was not open there, and Whitfield tried to force one in, falls incomplete.
Wobbler, that's the second one. It's almost. I hope there's nothing wrong with either his hand or the ball or something like that, because I haven't seen him throw 2 non-spirals.
Just absolutely empty backfield again here on 4th down. That's a big stop here for the Marauders if they could cause a turnover down in their Hillbilly territory. Again, looking to his right, goes back to his left to Fry once again, and he is going to be tackled right around the 16, 17-yard line. And that was a dart and a big pass and a big catch by Whitfield Fry. That's been a lethal connection the last couple of weeks.
And a great call. I mean, as you said, you didn't like the out. They just went right back to running the slant to the open spot. Great pass and catch, and now they're on the 16.
Yeah, and Whitfield
17?
looked to the right and then went back to the left. Pass is completed to Davis, and he's got some room, he's in the end zone for a touchdown. That's Simon Davis. And that hitch little wide receiver screen's been a real weapon. Let's see, that ball was a 17-yard touchdown pass. Whitfield to Davis. And as we see in the special teams, Davis gets the ball in open field. He's dangerous, and he showed it again there.
So just like that, we're staring down a 4th and a 4th and 4, 4th and 5, and all of a sudden
6, 7. It was a longer 4th down, wasn't it?
Well, let's see. They incomplete 4 yards, 6. It was 6.
Okay.
Yep.
So go ahead. Sorry, Gary.
Anyway, but okay. And then all of a sudden, that's just a quick hit of Fredonia. But yeah, we're going to go to Bob on the sideline.
Yep, Bob Vikeska on the sidelines. Is he ready? No, he's not ready. So back to, let's talk about that 4th down play that we have a second here. What I saw Whitfield, they're ready?
They're ready.
Okay, let's go down to Bob.
Field here, Dunkirk is coming up with a lot of injuries right now. Looks like Sykes is out. He banged his head on the ground. He has a possible concussion. So it looks like they're going to go to Alstrom as their third quarterback of the night. Champ Texador looks like a tight hamstring, having problems getting loose, and then Bankowski's out of the game right now. He hurt his back on a tackle there a couple plays ago. So live from the field.
All right, thanks, Bob. That's some real, what important information. A real shame for these
Dunkirk
yeah,
holy crow. They need, 4, those are all key players, too. You're down to your third quarterback, and while they've got they're lucky enough to have one.
Yeah, I will say this.
Some experience, but
Alex Alstrom, you might call him the third quarterback, but he's probably the best running quarterback on that team. Maybe not throwing, but he's a big, strong kid. He's got good speed, and he's not afraid to play football. So look for him maybe to carry the ball a little bit. Short kickoff here, fielded right around the 23-yard line. Makes a move, makes the first guy miss, but not the second guy. That's excuse me.
Yep.
That's, I believe, that's Micah Davis, another special team tackle in there.
But that was a very good little run to get anything out of that.
Yeah, and those kicks are so well strategic. You have no chance. It's high, it's low. The defense, the special teams crews right on you. It bounces. You have no momentum going forward. So I want to say this real quick. Whitfield did something I haven't seen him do all year. He faked a safety out. Turned his shoulders to the right. Safety move over the right. Goes back to the left and hit Fry on that seam. And that's a real good play by the senior quarterback. Also minute quarterback, give it to the up back of Teddy Roberts. Piles of bodies still getting off the ground. You got 20 guys at least in that box right now. So they're just piling up. But they did, that's a gain of 4. It didn't look like that when he handed it off. He had any chance of gaining more than a yard or two. So good job by that O-line. And Teddy Roberts pushing forward and falling forward. Nealard has some room here. Is tackled by Fry, finished off by Davis. Yeah, and you're right. Fry was trying to rip that out once Davis got a hold of him. But nice run by Nealard there.
Yep.
Getting into hillbilly territory. 34-13. The clock will be running here in just a minute. I know you can't see it. There's just under 5.5 minutes in the third quarter. Dunkirk's driving here. Nice first down.
Yeah, 21 yards on that. Just ripped it off.
Dunkirk has their third quarterback of the game in with Alex Alstrom. He's going to be the QB sneak. And again, look, he's still on his feet driving. Wow. And again, he is a strong, tough run. They're trying now blow the whistle.
Right.
That's when late hits or someone's going to get hurt the ball's going to come out. They're going to say it's not a fumble. Nothing positive is going to happen letting that go that long. But that's a nice job by that O-line and Alex Ahlstrom on a QB sneak. What was that? Gain of what on that, Greg?
16, I think.
About
Was he at
16
the 40?
yards.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, and that's old school Marauder football there. Rollout pass and QB sneak and off tackle run. And there's their power offense that we've seen for years. Power eye, Ahlstrom under center. Gives it to.
Quick hit.
Yeah, that's 40 this time.
Oh,
though. The ball's loose.
Are they going to call that down? Boy, I see no officials making him. I think they're going to call him down. Although, boy, they're calling it.
They're calling it fumble or down?
Yeah, I think they are. Well, I'd like to see somebody make a sign.
Yeah, well, they're switching balls now too. But yeah, really, the officials have not made a clear sign here. But the Fredonia offense is coming on. Let's see who might have recovered.
It looked like
that.
as he was flopping over, so I don't know if his knee went down first, but
so Fredonia's second
gain of 5
turnover
and then
here,
a fumble.
Marauders. Third of the game.
Boy,
Worst
they can't
field
afford that,
position.
yep.
No. Ball's at about the 26-yard line of the Hillbillies. Whitfield is backfield, Lauder to his right. Quick pass here, right back to Davis, but it's high, just out of his hands. Couldn't come down with it. 2nd and 10. And that's dangerous when it's that high and tips up in the air, but luckily it tipped far enough over the safety and corner's head so it wasn't intercepted. Go back to Lauder here, and they do. But not a big gain by any means. And you look, that's all maroon shirts around them. They're
another
getting,
tough snap on that. I don't know if you saw that, but he had to reach down right in his ankle.
Yeah, and when you're 6'6", that shows some athleticism. You take that for granted, but that's huge. But it messes up timing too and speed to hit the line of scrimmage. Empty backfield here, trips right, Twins left. The ball is on the left hash mark, so a lot of room to the right, and that's where Whitfield's looking, throwing it deep to the right. He's got wide open Brandon Ronsky.
He dropped it.
Who dropped the ball. I mean, he would have walked in the end zone there, and that's going to bring on the punt team. Owen Rush for the first time.
He had to have 15 yards on him.
Yeah, absolutely. And the ball was thrown perfectly.
Yeah.
A lot of times you see a quarterback try to make a perfect throw there and just over, but he didn't. Ronsky just sold just a little bit. So that's a perfect throw with that open of a receiver, and he just tried to make a move before he caught it.
Yeah.
So back to return for Dunkirk here. Rush is punting, Owen Rush, the sophomore, and that is 20. Let's see. I still can't get a number. Anyone get a number there? 20. I see a 2. We'll get the number here in a minute. So Rush will be standing at his own 16-yard line here for the punt. So good stand for the Marauders. Take advantage of, a high throw and a drop. Good snap. Rush with a nice spiraling punt. All over him. He got a fair catch that, and he fumbled it. Devon McCall is right there to do it. That's a perfect punt.
I was just going to say, that's
it's
as good
high.
a punt as we've seen Owen kick all year. I mean,
that
was a really nice punt.
And you had Davis and McCall in his face. You have to fair catch that. It's so hard to try to catch that and run when you know you're going to get killed. And that was a mental turning to a physical mistake and a fumble. That's number 28 of the Marauders. And again, the roster is alphabetical. That's Chris Torres, senior wide receiver and safety with that punt. So Whitfield right back on the field here.
Yep.
Empty backfield once again.
Can't give him a short field. I mean, it just.
Yeah, you had a nice
stop. Right.
Looking over to Davis. Davis drops it this time.
Boy, oh boy, that's got to be tough on Nick Whitfield. He's just throwing that.
That was a well-thrown ball.
Yes.
You're worried about your feet getting in bounce there, but catch the ball at least. You have no chance otherwise. So back-to-back drops by the Hillbilly receivers. He wants to go. But we got Bob Binkowski on the sidelines here.
Bob's ready. Injury update on Sykes. He is definitely out for the remainder of the game with concussion-type symptoms. Live from the field.
Okay, a little technical difficulty, but we had a nice long run there by Lauder, but there was a flag on the play. It's kind of after. I saw 2 linemen on the ground, and they're calling a personal foul on the front. I think that might have been Owen Rush, who had a pancake block. I don't know if he did something getting up or what.
Now, will they take that from
the spot of the foul?
Even on a
Well,
no.
It was afterwards, though.
It
depends.
Correct.
You're right.
I don't think that's a spot. Holding's a spot call.
Good call. My bad.
But let's see. So they're going to take 15 from the spot. So he had the gain. He had a 22-yard gain.
Right.
50. It's a net 7. Do they give him the first down?
Yeah.
He would have gotten the
they're
first down.
They're not moving the chain, so they're not giving
That's
a first.
a little crazy.
Yeah,
if you give him the yards, it should be a first down and then a penalty.
Yes.
I think that's it got to be, right?
And
how can you otherwise you wouldn't take that yeah.
I agree
100%. After the play, right? The play was a first down.
Must be. Either way, so it's second down, gain of about 6 on the long run. Throwing complete to Fry along the sidelines, and he's going to have a first down. Stays in bounds. Clock's running. 2:50 on the clock right now. Another big catch by Fry.
Met by Chris Torres for the runners. First down, Fredonia.
So Fry, well, let's see. Now I'm trying to. Now you get me lost on these
yardages.
Right. But he did get the first down.
See if they go back to the ground here. 7. And no, they don't. It's a little bubble screen this time to Devon McCall. He beats a nice block there by Bronski, but he just stepped out of bounds or he was going to get in the end zone. It was a real nice block downfield by Brandon Ronsky, but McCall, we can't see that sideline, but he must have just stepped out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to spot it. Gain of, if you're looking at the box, it's a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4, if that box is right. Clock stops with the ball out of bounds. Now you got all sorts of options here. Do you go to a lot or do you throw it?
I'd be pounding.
I don't think I'm running with Whitfield personally. Why?
Right.
Just for safety reasons. But yeah, he gives a Lauder here. Nice cut back to the right, and he is going to be right along that marker. And it is a first down. These officials really aren't giving us a lot of signals, are they? Or I'm missing them. But Lauder did get the first down. Must be gain of 6 then. So 1st and 10.
Was it in the 19, 18?
Yeah. Trips left, lone receiver to the right, looking to his left, throws, and Davis drops another one. He was having a good game, but now he's got the drops. He's 2nd down and 10.
Well, and for Whitfield is having a very nice game, completing pass, throwing the ball, but he's got at least 3 drops just right here that we've seen.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. Trips left once again. Looks like that'd be Ronsky as a lone receiver to the right then. Lauder to Whitfield's right.
There's not a safety in sight.
Once again, and that's why they keep throwing. This time going deep to Fry. He is open in the end zone. Nice, easy pass and catch from Whitfield to Fry, who is really having an outstanding couple of weeks out there at wide receiver, making the score. Fredonia 40, Dunkirk 13, 1:36 remaining in the third quarter. It is Saltabone in to attempt the extra point.
So we went from 13 to 14 with 2 minutes and 29 seconds to go. I think that's what it was, 2:20. It was somewhere in that neighborhood. Thinking that we were going into halftime and we were going to see ourselves a game, and Fredonia not only punched one down,
Scored
quickly.
under a minute. Was
Fry's
a
gonna-
bad snap.
Yeah,
And he's going to be short, so bad snap.
and then just from the get-go on this half, Fredonia just took over. It started out with the 2 runs that covered the 56 yards. Since then, it's been all Fredonia.
No, you're fine. So, yeah, I mean, and we've seen that really, minus the Olean game, in the very end of the Southwestern game. We've seen Fredonia every game. It seems like it's going to be a tight game. It's close, and all of a sudden that offense explodes. Usually, a lot of times it started big special teams plays, which we've had outstanding special team play and field position tonight. Turnover, big play, and the points just start racking up, and that's what this Fredonia offense has done once again.
Now, as we said, as we start to, it's going to be a long fourth quarter. So we got to score out of Southwestern Casadega.
Oh,
the
yeah, let me
the
see
other
if
two
I
teams
can
in the
get-
league fighting to get themselves into the playoffs.
Let's see. I don't know if this is live here. Let me see. It looks like it's still 17-16 in the third quarter. But Southwestern is driving on the 5-yard line of Casadega, looking second goal, looking to take the lead here in the third quarter. So Calder near on the kickoff here, right down to the 15.
Gotta go.
Breaks one tackle and then brought down by, let's see, who's the big man that hit him first? Try to get a number watching. And, it's 20, Sam Azrat, the nice tackle. Okay, it's 3rd and inches in Southwestern. Southwestern versus Casadega, Faulkner, Maple Grove battling for that playoff spot we talked about earlier at halftime. Actually, I take it back. It's 24-23 right now. Updated score, Southwestern down by 1, but it's 3rd and inches here. 3rd and goal, inches to go. Alstrom with the hand off to the deep back, and that is, let's see, was that number 1? Simon Davis at linebacker? I think it was. It was. And he stood up on Millard there. Gain of 2. So you're starting to see some subs coming in for those Fredonia defense, up 40-13. Looks like Lauder's still out there. You got 2 Davis linebackers, something I never thought I'd say in my life. Ulster's going to stay on the sneak here. And still moving forward. It's Alstrom on the keeper, bring it out to the 40. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 2. Let me know. Ready? And we're going to go down to the sidelines of Bob Bankowski and Dylan Murphy.
Might as well wait 15 seconds. Okay, injury report update. Champ Texador is definitely done for the day. He has a hamstring injury. Scotty Korzensky is out right now, the defensive end, with an ankle issue. Not sure if he's coming back yet or not, but we're in here at the end of the third quarter, so we'll see what's going on after this.
Okay, thanks, Bob. And yeah, the injuries are just continue to rack up, Greg, for the Marauders.
Yeah,
and you hate to see that. No doubt about it. And Southwestern was able to punch it in. They're up 29-24, going for 2 here. 5:24 left in the fourth in the game at Southwestern. So Casadega is going to have to try to come back and come from behind on the road to keep their playoff hopes alive down at Southwestern. We got some cheerleader action here.
There you go. I tell you, those guys, they don't get injured.
Yeah,
Working
right.
harder than, as hard as the boys and jumping around. Holy crow.
Right.
We got. I know one of my main man, his daughter blew her knee out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
And we didn't announce it. That does bring us, that's the end of the third quarter. And that's why we had the cheerleader show. It's 40-13, Fredonia over Dunkirk. 12 minutes to play here. Dunkirk has the ball 3rd and short at their own 40. It's hit the no, yeah, it is to the up back, and he is going to get the first down, I believe. Yeah, he's popped out of there late. Gained a 5 on the play. It was bottled up. All of a sudden, you saw this maroon jersey pop out of there and fall forward for a gain of 5 yards. Good job by the offensive line of the Marauders. So you continue to see different players coming in on the Fredonia side. Of course, you can't tell by white jerseys like you would at the Orange Bowl.
There you go.
Little confusion there.
Still really good push.
Millard still going forward here.
That's got to be 7 yards on his own.
Yeah, he was hit at the line of scrimmage. And you can see, you got Alex Alstrom in. He has played quarterback in the past, but how many snaps has he gotten this season in practice? And the timing was off a little bit, but Millard was able to battle and fall forward here for a nice gain. Roberts in motion. We haven't seen that much, so it's going to be a QB sneak anyway. And Alstrom keeps it, and this time nowhere to go.
Got one maybe, which gets him down to the nothing, 0. Well, let's see. I'll tell you, we got to work on this box guy.
Yeah, his ankles are a little
right.
off.
No, I don't think he got anything. That's a 0.
This ball is on the 48-yard line of the Hillbillies. Going to be 3rd and 3. Need to get right to the 45, and subs continue to come on the field here.
But look at, Fredonia's, it's 7 yards is the deepest, 5 yards maybe.
That's the middle. A good job here is stopping. I think it was Millard in this. No, Ford is that Ford? Who had the ball? Oh, geez, I missed that one.
Well, here
it might have been Teddy Roberts there. Gain of 1 on the play, so now it's 4th and 2. So good job by the second line there. Lauder, Micah Davis, Devon McCall, those linebackers did a nice job there, stepping up and pushing the running back. I believe that was Teddy Roberts back after a yard. So now 4th and 2 at the Hillbilly 47-yard line. Need to get to the 45 here. Goes to deep back Millard, and he's going to have it and more. He could go all the way, and he does.
Nice.
That's Quintier Millard on the 47-yard touchdown run on 4th down. So big play by the Marauder offense, making the score 40-19 with the extra point attempt to follow here for the Marauders.
So a bright spot, as they're fighting their way back, no quit, and big play. Junior Quintier Millard takes it to the house.
Quick updates. 3rd and 9, 4 minutes left. Casadega has the ball at their own 25-ish yard lines, and there's 3rd and 9. So this is a real big play coming up in that game. And it looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Alstrom under center. Alstrom's rolling back to throw. He's under pressure. Jump pass. And good coverage there by Fry and Micah Davis. Pressured on Alstrom by Alex Paluk, who's had a great senior season this year. We haven't said his name too often, but again, not a lot of passes by the Marauders, and his specialty is that pass rushing, containment, and everything's been right up the middle of him. So, Casadega just had a holding penalty or a flag against him. I didn't see what it was, so it's going to push him back even more here. It's not looking good unless they can get a real big play. Clock is running just over 3 minutes. Ball's back at the 19 now in that game. Okay. We're going to Bob on the sidelines. No, we're not going to Bob on the sidelines. Dylan's just doing the student section on the side. It is homecoming weekend for the Marauders. Let's see, Fredonia's expecting a short kick, possibly an onside kick here. Only one player is back deep. Is that Whitfield back deep? Is he just going to down it if he gets it? Why would you don't want to run in here? And they kick a line drive, pushing Whitfield all the way back, and it's exactly what he's doing. He's down at the 9-yard line.
Strange.
Why don't you just have someone else back there and let him run?
I understand.
Sometimes coaches outthink themselves in that. I mean, I don't want Whitfield running the kickoff back either, but let someone back there that will run it back.
Yep.
That doesn't make a lot of sense, and it's you got another penalty here against Casadega. I see 3rd and 21, so they're going backwards fast. 2:46 on the clock there. You know, you still got Lauder in at running back. I thought maybe he'd come off the field. Whitfield's still in at quarterback.
Field position may have a factor in that. Maybe if they move it out a little bit. I mean, you know, obviously you don't want to turn it right over and all of a sudden.
Throwing it out to, let's see, is that McCall? Who made that catch up there? That might
still hasn't turned and give us a number. There, could it be Fry? I think
it's Ethan Fry. Yep. This time Lauder has it, and he's running hard off the left side out to about the 32-yard line. Be a first down for the Hillbillies. So nice job offensive line there in the left side. Nice run by Lauder.
Dunkirk's got to be worn out too. I mean, not only are they, are they already short a few guys, but now they're injured. They've lost some key players to injury.
You know, and there's Lauder again, gain of
a lot of heart to hang in there in this fourth quarter.
It is, and you know, you're getting leaned on by that big offensive line that we talked about all year long. You got Lauder running the ball at you.
He's a load.
You're pass rushing all over the place. You know, and they're throwing and chasing these speedy receivers all over the field. It's no small challenge for a defense to stop this offense. And you saw the first team offense out here by the Hillbillies and giving it right back to Lauder. You know, and he gets into Marauder territory. You know,
my feel is that after the Southwestern game, I have a feeling Coach Sherlock is like, listen, we got to make sure this thing's over because. You know, we were looking at it like it was over, and all of a sudden, back they came.
Right, and Lauder just went out of the game. His helmet's off on the sidelines. Micah Davis in at running back, first time tonight to Whitfield's right. 7:35 remaining in the half game. Whitfield's looking back to throws it out to Simon Davis. Gets by one, cuts it off, gets by another.
And
he is still on his feet. And just is going to be brought down right around the 10-yard line. Nice run after catch
really
there
nice
by Simon Davis.
Catch. Yeah. I thought they had him at the 32 or so, and then he just found a little seam, cut through, and then dragged a couple guys down to the 10 or the 11. Are we going?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be
first and goal or no? 11.
Yep, at the 11. They didn't give him quite the 10, so it's first down and 10 at the 11. Still can possibly get a first down. This time Micah Davis gets his first carry. He's got some room. Can he get to the corner?
Yep.
And he does for his first rushing touchdown of the season. 11-yard touchdown run for Micah Davis on his first carry. So, you know, you don't miss a lot. Micah Davis Yeah, he's my kid, but he's a nice little weapon to have. You got the bruiser with Lauder, and if you could put that change of pace back in there, that's nice. And it looks like going into Casadega, Southwestern scored again. So Southwestern, it looks like it's going to hang on to win that game, and a must-win for them. Calder near on for the extra point attempt, replacing Saltabone. And the kick is up, and it's good. So, again, you got a two-headed monster there on the kicking game there. Calder's done a great job on kickoffs tonight, and now he gets the extra point attempt and makes it, making the score 47-19. Fredonia over Dunkirk. And, guys, the scoring is a little deceiving here if you're just joining us. We had an outstanding first half, very competitive game. It was 7-7. Fredonia made it 14-7. Dunkirk comes back, scores, misses the extra point, 13-7. And Fredonia then was able to, on a less like 56-second drive at the end of the half, was able to go up by 8. It was an 8-point, 21-13 game at halftime.
That interception, I'll tell you, they're going back to that. You almost, that really hurt the Marauders
and the injuries, and
and injuries just piled up. Yeah, it's crazy.
And, I mean, it's hard to keep this Fredonia offense down. Let's be honest. They've scored on really Olean's the only team they didn't score on all year long. And that was the first game, and the rust was definitely there. It was a little, they eked out a win, scoring 14 points, I believe, in that game. It was like a 14-13 game. But there is Saltabode on the kickoff, kicks it about the 19, trying to get to the edge here, but Sam Azra has nothing to do with that, making a nice tackle right around the 30-yard line where the Marauders will start this possession with 6:39 remaining. Okay, so here we go. Marauders going to start. Oh, we do have a flag here. Is that going to be delay a game? Too many men. Fredonia had too many men here. As you see, Simon David go,
little communication issue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, when you're subbing guys in, it's not uncommon. Although, looking here, you do have Jameson Quinn and Keegan Whitfield in at corners. They did start tonight, but they really are subs in a couple key spots. They came out, and Whitfield didn't play any defense tonight for obvious reasons, even though he's done a fantastic job at corner for them. But the linebacker core, you still have, you got Micah Davis, Devon McCall, and Matt Lauder out there, and they rotate so many defensive linemen. And here's Alex Alstrom going wide, and he's going to have a gain of about. Well, sorry, it's not 12, about 7, because after the penalty and a first down here. So that's the first time, really, Dunkirk got to the outside.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, everything's been on the quick hitters, so give him credit. Alex Alstrom's run the ball very well.
Yeah, and we said that when he came in. He's speed, he's aggressive, and he's strong. I mean, everyone knows him for his play on the baseball field. Already committed to play college baseball with his older brother, but he's a good athlete out here, and he's a competitor. Also hands it off to Nealard here. Gain of
1, maybe.
Maybe 2. Well, let's see. Yeah. Can you write 1.5? No.
Yes, I can.
I'm just kidding. No, you're right. Gain of 1. I thought they were going to spot a little farther ahead. So, good job there by the Fredonia defense. So, I'm telling you, this offensive line of Dunkirk has played well tonight. They have a number, and you're going to give us some stats, but Dunkirk has quite a few rushing yards tonight.
Oh, yeah, they've piled it
Yeah.
up. I mean, they've had the long field, so,
Right.
time of possession, they've ran the ball well. Yeah.
Really the difference has been the Hillbilly offense just being a little
Correct.
too much. Millard on the carry here, gain of 1. Ball's going to be right at the 45-yard line of the Marauders. So it'll be 3rd and about 8. Maybe 7. No, 3rd and... Ball at the 45. Clock is running. We just hit the 5-minute mark, and Southwestern did hold on and win. Casadega, Faulkner, Maple Grove gave them everything. It came down to Southwestern took the lead with about 3 to 4 minutes left in the game. They got a touchdown late when Casadega was trying to figure something out in 3rd and long. But big hitter, quick hitter here, just across midfield. Think he's going to be just short of the first down. That was one of those quick, hard runs we talked about.
Who do we have?
I believe that was Nillard.
Was it again? Steady diet?
Or maybe Ryan. I'm sorry. I'm just looking down, trying to look at the end of this game. But it's gain of 5. Ball's at the 50. 4th and 2. So 4th and 2 here. Give it to the deep back, and he's hitting the backfield by Juan Mendez.
Boy, this is going to be the spot.
He's going to be close because he got hit about his own 49, didn't he? And so, and he's going to be, based on the spot, it looks like he's going to be just short. Yeah, if he's only at the 49, he's short of the first down, and Fredonia's offense is going to come on the field here with 3:46. So let's see what Fredonia does offensively. There is a timeout here. So again, Dunkirk after that really tough loss. You weren't here with me, but this contra, it almost looked like Javi the Jesus reached the ball out over the goal line, and it wasn't like it was 4th down. He was stopped at. It was the end of the game, and if lost by 3. So it was a real tough game. And we're going to go down to the sidelines here with Bob Bankowski with Dylan Murphy.
Okay, during the timeout here, I had a brief talk with Dunkirk's athletic director, Al Jens. Said that Dunkirk will be playing Lewiston Porter here next Friday night, 7 o'clock, in the first semifinal round of the Funk Bowl. And if they win that, then they would move on to the following Friday for one more game. Fredonia is lining up. Looks like they're going to be playing Medina at home next Friday also.
Sorry, Bob, I don't want to do this to you, but Medina will be the 1 seed. Fredonia will probably be the 3 seed. They will not be playing Medina next week, nor do they want to. Medina is a very tough team up in there, undefeated on the season, hasn't had a close game. Micah Davis on the carry there, gain of about 3. So if they played Medina, it wouldn't be 2 until hopefully the stadium. So hopefully they do eventually play them. That means they made it to the stadium, but not next week.
Medina's been a monster for 20 years.
Micah Davis again on the carry. Kid stopped just short of the first down. 3 minutes, clock running. You do have some other subs. Carson Coosdale's in there at receiver. Another sub coming in here late. 34, I think it's Riley Miller. Unfortunately, Riley, the senior, has missed most of the year due to injury. So glad to see Riley back and out there. Whitfield takes the snap, hands it off to Micah Davis again, and he's going to have a first down and more. Going down the sideline, still on his feet. Ball came loose, but they're ruling him out of bounds. So another first down for the Hillbillies. So, Greg, the steam is rolling over here. It's a lot of second half stats to get up, but he is working on it. Clock is running, about 2:20 left here. Dunkirk player heading to the sidelines.
Yep. It gets, I'll tell you, they get a little easier when the game gets to this point because it's all running. It's all just
Davis
up and down,
again on the carry. Not a lot there. Good job by the Marauder defense. But Davis is going to fall forward, push the pile forward
Still got
for
4, I think.
Yeah. So we've seen the running backs from both sides do a real nice job with that tonight, pushing that pile forward, the yards after contact, and that's been a real strength of these players all game long. You got trips right in a bunch formation over here, and again, a little confusion. You got some new players out there. And there's going to be a throw, and Whitfield is going to try to maybe keep it as he passes the line of scrimmage so he can't throw, and he's going to get out of bounds there, avoiding contact. Looked like they might have been trying to get the ball to Riley Miller and Jameson Quinn and Brandon Ronsky over to the right side, and good coverage, and he had to try to avoid that side, really get out of bounds safely. The last thing you want to do is get Whitfield hurt.
And dancing around.
Yeah.
Somebody,
So 3rd and long, loss of about 2. Maybe, actually, more than that. 3 or 4 yard loss on that, because it's 3rd and 11 now. Whitfield takes that. Davis to his left. You got to think they're go back to Davis, and they do. And he's going to be tackled there. That's number 3, Cowser. He just saw him come off the field. Now he's right back on. Gain of 3 maybe on the play. And is that going to bring the punt team on, or is this going to be...
I can't imagine they're going to punt it from here, right?
Or are they going to try a really long field goal?
They're going to try a field goal, yeah, sure.
They are, and I like
right?
this. Why not? We talked about it early.
Practice it, get it done.
Call timeout if you have to. Let them get set so you don't take a...
They're going to be at the 30, so it's a 40-yard field goal try. That can't be the 40. Oh, yes, 7-yard snap. They are calling the timeout. Good call, Coach.
Right. Why, this is good practice. So it's a 40-yard attempt, and interesting here, it looks like Simon Davis is going to hold that extra point attempt, and Ethan Fry has done that all year. So, it'd be real interesting if something happened to Fry. That's, and that would be devastating with his play at safety and at receiver for the Hillbillies. And, that makes it that much harder for your kicker, Sal Tabone, with a new holder. 1 and 8 can blend together, but I'm pretty confident that was a 1 in Simon Davis, not 8 Ethan Fry, that was going out there to hold that extra field goal attempt, 40-yard attempt, and this would be really nice to see because you never know. Maybe no time left on the clock, tie game, playoff game. Go out there and see what you got, kid. Win a football game. And again, you're not calling timeout to score here to rub it in to get to 50, right? That's not the concern.
Correct.
This is to get that rep to try, to kick this. Yeah, and it is Simon Davis holding, and he has not done this all year. So that. Oh, Calder Near is coming on to kick this.
They did. Yep.
And I and nowhere near. It's going to be short. Didn't even make it through the end zone. But, why not? And it's interesting why not go with Sal Tabone, who you would think in the playoff game you're going through.
Right.
But you're going to use him in a field goal situation. Let him get that experience. But they didn't. 51 seconds remaining here. 47-19. And if you're looking at this Fredonia defense, Lauder and Davis are still out there. Lauder's going off now, which is smart. Why anything silly here? You do have Sean Farno. I mean, again, you're rotating so many defensive linemen. They only have so many you can put in. So you do have some starting linemen out there. It looks like Micah Davis is the only starter at linebacker still out there. And the secondary is all new as well. So we'll have to see what you find out about Ethan Fry, why he wasn't in there.
Right. Very interesting. And I would have thought he'd have got some reps at quarterback, too.
Yeah, you're right. Because he usually does come in. So, all right, so here we go. A lot of subs in by both sides, so it gets a little chaotic here. Good job by the officials, slow it down and letting that happen. In shotgun, Ulster's looking, throwing it deep.
Nice ball.
Yeah, Jamison Quiz. Oh, it could have been caught.
Underthrew him a little bit, but a nice ball.
No, it wasn't. It went through his hands right down here. He could have. I don't know. I don't know if he thought Quinn was going to knock that down and it got through to him, but he seemed surprised the ball got to him and not. I mean, that's pretty good arm strength there by Ulstrom. Last time I saw him, it was his freshman year playing JV, and he could run the ball like crazy that year, but he didn't have the form to throw the football. Obviously, we know he has a great arm throwing a baseball, but it's different. But right there, that was a nice long throw. So once again, Ulstrom's good. Same play, this time just overthrown. Good coverage by Jamison Quinn. So it'll be 3rd and long here for the Marauders at their own 20. Unfortunately, the stopping of the clock, with the 2 incomplete passes, we imagine Fredonia, if they do get the ball back, it's going to take a knee. Ulster does hand it off this time. He's going to be short of the first down. Ball's stopped right around the, 28-yard line. And, they don't have to run another play here, but looks like they're going to. And that will bring us to the end of the game.
Fredonia gets to complete an undefeated season. A little
Yep.
anticlimactic because of the way the first half was so close and then they took over. But boy, oh boy, 8-0 is a tremendous achievement.
Especially with teams like Southwestern,
correct.
Salamanca, Castiga,
Moved up this year. Everybody was a little nervous about
Yeah.
both teams had to play in a much tougher division.
Yeah, so again, I think the Fredonia division is the toughest division in Class C. We heard Bob Bukowski announce earlier that Dunkirk will be at home next Friday. So that's interesting, too. So if Fredonia's playing here, it's not going to be a Friday night game because Dunkirk will be playing here at home. So, maybe they will be back at the Orange Bowl, or maybe they'll be playing on Saturday night. The only downside of that, it gives you less time to prepare for the following week. But either way, this game is over. Again, good season by the Hillbillies, Class C South champions. And for Dunkirk, the odds were again. I mean, the coach was hired a couple weeks before the season.
Right.
There was no off-season activity. Some of their key players and injuries and people either leaving the team, etc. They really didn't have much of a chance. So honestly, to these young men out here, my hat's off to them for battle. We're going to go back to Bob Bankowski and Dylan Murphy on the sideline here in just a second, possibly. Again, you see Fredonia celebrating for the undefeated season, and you see there's hugs at midfield, right? Sometimes the parents are the worst enemies. There's a lot of friends, guys that have played baseball with each other, against each other, football. Like these guys know each other real well. Are we going to Bob? All right.
Okay, Coach, congratulations on a great win tonight.
Thanks. I mean, it's a lot harder than what it seems. I mean, defensively, we've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you got a big game. I think looking like you're going to be the number 3 seed going into the playoffs.
Absolutely. So it depends between Akron, Cleveland Hill, and Wilson. So I think that's how it's going to shake down.
That'll be a home game for you guys at the Orange Bowl.
That's a good question. We're not sure where it's going to be at right now.
Good luck, Coach. You did a great job this year. Congratulations on a perfect record.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, and you know, Bob and Dylan, great job on the sideline. It's really neat to go out and get coach interviews, get the injury reports, a sideline perspective. You know, it's fun, right? That's why we're out here volunteering time, you know, having a good time doing it. So thanks, Bob, for doing that. And is he going back? Okay, with the Dunkirk coaches. Is he on? No, not yet. Okay. And he's walking away. All right, so, Greg, I know you're trying to get stats, and I think you mentioned something. It looked like Dunkirk might have had over 300 yards rushing tonight. So,
well, I got Nealard. I'm just doing the quick. Let's see. Nealard had 100. I've got him unofficially 27 for 158. I've got Teddy Roberts 8 for 99. Montalvo 5 for 9. Sykes went out with negatives.
Alstrom had some rushing yards too.
Let's see, 3 for 19. I got a 7 sitting out there. Did he have a 4th carry?
I wouldn't be surprised if number QB sneaks.
I'm looking at it real quick.
But
yeah, there's his 7. So that was 4 for 26. So if I add the 26 in, let's see, that's 17.
It's not
get my toes
300,
off.
but it's, you know, it's impressive. Yeah, right. Yeah,
283.
283. So that's
so they got 283 on the ground. That was, you know, and yeah.
And that ground game was good tonight. It really was. Had a couple turnovers that hurt them. And let's see how, you know, the Fredonia's offense just had great field possession all night long, and it really made a difference. A couple turnovers and special teams play. You know, it's underestimated, but these returns, these punts, the extra points, the kickoffs, placing them in such strategic locations, it was a real factor tonight. The unsung hero of tonight.
Yeah, the you know, Fredonia was the short field all night, right? That, you know, one of the reasons Dunkirk, you know, they got 20 points on the board or whatever it was with 283 yards is because they're starting heck on the 1, they started on the 5, they started on the 20, they started on the 30. They never had that short field like Fredonia did. You know, give the credit where to the special teams. They really did change the nature of the game today.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, Fredonia offensively, you know, Lauder came in as he always does. You know, like you said, he had negative yards at halftime, and I'm guessing he finished
9 for
over
125.
Yeah.
I had him. Yep.
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
so he had 100 yard. You know, great second half. You know, he had his 125. Micah Davis had the other 44. He was 6 for 44, and Nick Whitfield, 12 carries for 22. I tell you, I'm not as comfortable with my rushing numbers, but I got Whitfield at 11. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. I got to get his. The drops are killing me.
Yeah.
6, but that is, yeah, he was in that quarter. 6, 7, 8. He threw the ball 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times in the second half. Had 7 completions. You know, had that, 36 and 9. Boy, so he had to have a 200 and I'm just doing the quick math, about a 220-yard game. And just like I said, would have had a monster game. You know, there was a drop for a touchdown that was an easy 50-yard touchdown. He had a couple of other drops. So, had a very solid game, would have had a monster game, and once again, didn't have to. The Fredonia did a nice job of controlling once they got rolling in the second half, controlling the line of scrimmage and just, pounded away.
Yeah, so, a great first half by the Marauders. Solid effort for all these players that stayed in the game and battling through all the injuries and the adversity really all season long, and wish them the best of luck next Friday. And to this Fredonia team, Another, Fredonia offensive power, just score quickly and often when they start rolling. And that surge happened from the end of the first half right into the second half, and they didn't stop after a little bit of a slow start.
Dunkirk still had time of possession at the end of the game. They still would have won the time of possession game, showing how unimportant that stat is in today's football world.
Yeah.
But shows that they did some things very well.
They did, and they battled. As underdogs, they came out here and gave everything they had on homecomings weekend. So
Yep.
hope they have a great homecoming weekend, a great time. Fredonia, now the first season's over. Now it's the second season, right? It could end horribly if you're not ready. They will be having a home playoff game as the 3 seed. Medina's 1, Depew is 2 because of tiebreakers. Not much Fredonia could do about that. This close Southwestern game really hurt them in that. But honestly, if Southwestern's 7, 2 seeds not necessarily looking so great. It could be Depew Southwestern 2-7, and I wouldn't be surprised if Southwestern upsets the undefeated Depew, undefeated in league, Depew team. And Southwestern and Fredonia could end up playing in this semifinals.
That would be
of the
interesting.
sex. Yes,
We'd love
it
to
would.
see that.
Yeah.
That Chautauqua County game. So with that, I think we'll we'll sign off and see where we're at next week. We're still not sure where we're playing and when.
Right. No, we don't know, but soon as it'll be out there, don't worry about it. And thanks for tuning in on Dunkirk Access, on Fredonia Access.
Thanks to Gabe and Gabe Taylor did a great job running the show. Dylan Murphy hustling down on the sideline with Bob Bankowski. Bob, super job today. Thanks for the whole season. We got one more to go though.
At least.
Yep.
At least. All right. I'm Shannon Davis. Along my side, Greg Krause. Thanks for everyone tuning in, and have a good night, everyone.